Hello, everyone. Aw, man, I got that thing right in front of my face. I guess I can't really help that, can I? Move myself over a little bit. How about that? There we go. That works. So we're going to give it a go here, fellas. First time trying to stream. Ricky Davis League All-Star Games in your stadiums. Probably should have had the game set up before I went live, but that's okay. We'll roll with it. I'm in temporary digs right now. Well, that's just great. I've been getting that message quite a bit lately. I don't know why. Maybe not quite a bit, maybe a couple times. Yeah, I'm going to have to probably move things around from where I am right now. We kind of rearranged our whole house, and I tried to take that opportunity to move Studio 44 downstairs so I wouldn't have to keep dragging the PlayStation back and forth. Got to download a couple stadiums first. I have a few in the vault that are saved on my PlayStation, but I probably should have did a little bit of research for more. But I'm also counting on you guys to come in and tell me what stadiums you want to see me playing. I'm gonna try playing a couple innings, maybe see if we can get a couple of highlights, and then we can fast forward the end of the game. Because as I've said in other streams, I don't need to go play every single game. Whoops. But back to the current setup of Studio 44, we are looking for the right setup where I can still be social with my wife when I'm playing games and be out of the way when I'm recording and all that kind of fun stuff. So let me know if you guys can hear me. The mic's a little far away from me right now, but I usually keep the volume turned up pretty high. Trying to remember some of these stadiums that I flipped out over to start. I remember liking a couple of stadiums by this gentleman. Jace. Jason Moore, what's up, buddy? A canoe shaped or like the whole stadium made out of canoes? This is a stadium. I don't want to get into that one. This is a stadium I have coming up in my next video. I just recorded yesterday. Ybor. Now that's where Tampa Bay wanted to have a stadium, right? I think this is one. Yeah, let's play here. Greystone Park. I believe I showcased this one of my later videos. Both. Okay, I'll make a canoe-shaped stadium. All right. So let's save this one. And then I'll play a few innings in here, and hopefully while I'm playing, some more people will catch on that I am live playing RDL All-Star Games in your stadiums. So when you hop on, you can tell me what stadiums you would like me to play some games in. I'll start with the lower-level teams. I think I'm far enough in the franchise where the minor league teams are all playing now, so it stinks that it's a little time-consuming to do it like this when you have to back out of the franchise and go download the stadiums, but we could also, in lieu of playing games here, if you want, we could show a stadium that you have requested and I haven't recorded yet, and that could get you showcased a little bit sooner. So now I got to go to franchise mode. Ooh, can I still play this game? Erie versus Harrisburg. Now, Harrisburg, it's kind of cool that this is one of my minor league teams because I have been to Harrisburg. There was a club I was doing playing regularly when I was doing stand-up comedy. Danny Boy. Check out mine if possible. Big Bend Stadium or Crenshaw Park. Big Bend. I feel like I recorded and showcased Big Bend. And Crenshaw Park, I know I just recorded, and that will be in the next video that premieres. I just got to edit it. I recorded that last night. Please accept my apologies for the crappy chroma key in that one. I had different bulbs in the light fixtures at the time, so it didn't really work too well with the streaming I was doing, but that can be changed. There we go. And after we play a few innings, maybe we'll check. Hello, Stephen K. After we play a few innings, we can also say, hey, this is kind of lame. Why don't you try... I should probably have the sound turned up in the PlayStation 5 a little bit too now. There you go. You should be able to hear a little bit now. Greystone Park by Jay Schiff. Ooh, I kind of like the... I don't know if I ever liked yellow uniforms with gray pants. Well, I'm not going to pitch. Fast forwarding seems slower in this version of the game than in the past. Here's Eduardo Menendez, my wife's shortstop when we created a team back when she was my girlfriend. Switch hitter, shortstop, a little bit of pop. Oh, he left the hanger and I blew it. Yeah, Danny boy, definitely. If you want, I can play a couple innings in one of them. This is Omar Manzanillo, my brother's right fielder. I discovered him a few years ago. Switch hitter, a little pop, mostly contact. Very versatile, He's got a good arm. He can hit for a little power, fast, play all three outfield positions. Oh. I feel like I'm really close to the TV, too. That's another problem. Chris Morales, this is one of the big guns. He always gets the short end of the stick. He's definitely capable of being in even the big leagues, but here he is in Double A. We have too many first basemen. I'm way behind on everything. End of the first inning. See, this could be pretty boring if I have low offensive games, but usually against the minor league teams especially score a lot of runs. Chris Taylor, he's a fun player. I know he's real, or there is a real Chris Taylor anyway. I'm either too early or too late. Please excuse our easy settings. We're by no means competitive players. We've just kind of held on to the settings that we've played from day one of RDL baseball on. I tried to turn it up, Jason Moore. Did that work? Maybe not. I thought I saw that I turned it up over here. I'll put it back now and see if that helped. Isaiah Burris. Where the hell is this guy hitting? Fifth? That doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem like the stance I usually use for him either. I see a lot of YouTubers using the camera where you can't see the hitter, but we like to see the hitter so you can see the... How about now? I turned it up, Jason. Did that work? Ryan Hall. I talked about the introduction of the league with this guy. Big clutch home run. World Series walk-off. Okay, I did turn it up, too. Sherman Mosby. This guy's got some pop. I love the stadium, by the way. I remember seeing it in something about left field above the hit it here sign, that concourse, and then underneath it, the way he used those beams or whatever it is to kind of create some kind of base structure. It looks really cool. There we go. Now we're getting some action. RBI double for Sherman Mosby. One thing you got to let me know, fella, is if I touch this mic in the wrong spot, it mutes. Esteban Jersey, he's a bases loaded guy. Anybody here old enough to remember bases loaded? Or do you play retro games? I love the Switch and how it has all those old school Mario games and such, and some Konami, but you need some of the sports games. You need bases loaded and double dribble and well, they do. Do they have Tecmo Bowl? You could buy Tecmo Bowl at one point on the older systems, like the Wii and the Wii U. 2022 Yankees runs right there. Sammy Reed's hitting ninth. What the hell? I thought I had this lineup all set. This dude's a big switch hitting power hitter. Well, we scored a couple runs. One of them was pretty clean. Steven, you remember Bases Loaded? There's been a couple of times in the vault, the roster vaults, I've found Bases Loaded rosters where they named the players. They gave the players first names. There we go. That's a gapper. Get out of here. Nope. And I love how we use the other side of the stands to get that brick wall look. I think that looks really cool, too. I tried to do that in one of my stadiums back in 22, I want to say. Maybe it was 23. I never rebuilt that one. The one I made for Denver. But yeah, I found another roster, and it's weird to see other people's names for the Bases Loaded guys because we've been calling these guys, you know, by certain names for years. Remember MLB 2K? I think so. Listen, if there's a baseball team game, chances are we played it. We were always looking for the perfect game where we could play each other, you know, have a full season, edit guys, but have fictional rosters because now we love the fictional rosters so we can, you know, obviously trade with the computer to get different guys. What I would really like is, oh, I shouldn't have tried to tag up there. Never make the last out at third, Philly. Come on. But I like to, you know, get more players involved with the league. And Frankie Q gave me a couple, so that's going to be fun. If any of you guys have fictional characters, fictional players, please, you know, share them with me. I'd love to download them from the vault because we haven't started a new franchise yet. We can download them and throw them right into the Ricky Davis League rosters. We can put them on higher profile teams and then show you the highlights of us using them. I think for the most part, I'm going to play games offline and then record the highlights and show them, you know, in clips because I imagine this might not be super fun, you know, watching play with the super, you know, play live. But I wanted to try it live. Is that the first? Nope. Damn it. I said this in one of my live streams regarding the new props. I'm probably the worst gamer who has a YouTube channel. Get over his head. Yeah, I feel like if you're going to do yellow pants or yellow shirts, they should be home and they should be with white pants. Or go Pittsburgh Pirates style and do black pants with the yellow. I'm not a big yellow guy. Yellow or green. I was the A's one year before we could do rebranding. Is that going to get down? Yep. I think that's Manzanillo on second base. MLB 2K. It might have been MLB 2K where I got some players from, Steven. I'm not sure if they had fictional guys or if we had to create an entire league. I know there was one game we went through and every single team we changed their name, changed their stance, changed their attributes, and made them a completely fictional team. And we got some guys from that, but we found better games. Yeah, like I said, chances are if there's a baseball game out there, we had it. We really liked All-Star Baseball because you could change their stance and change the teams and all that stuff, but you couldn't do a full league or a full franchise. The only way we could ever play against each other is if we did a World Series. MLB Slugfest was the fuck. Is that like an NFL Blitz? NFL Blitz or an NBA Jam or NBA Street. Those were fun, too. Especially NBA Jam. I used to have 3 buddies come over and spend the night, and we'd play NBA Jam all night. He's heating up. Boom, shakalaka. And they had all the cheat guys. This guy's not throwing strikes anymore. Midway. Okay. Yeah, I wish they'd give us more games like that. Now, here's a real test. My brother and I are going to live stream some games of this and see if you guys enjoy it. When we were kids, we used to call my dad at work. maybe email him, but I think usually call him. Oh, look at that chintzy little base hit. Ah. Little excuse me swing that found the hole. All right, Sammy, come on. Let's put one out of here. Another thing I could do, fellas, instead of playing games is I can move to Home Run Derby. At least when I'm doing live. I do want to play games here and maybe find highlights. But I'm also interested in your feedback, see if you guys like. Ah! Come on, Sammy. The old 2 games with Jeter on the cover and notorious for having left-handed guys in weird defensive positions once you go. Oh, really? Like having lefties playing like second and short and stuff? That is weird. One of my problems in all these baseball games is I just tend to swing at everything. When I get myself more disciplined, that's when I really start hitting the ball better. Fan of Master Saul. Oh, really? I haven't seen the Acolyte yet. I'm trying to wait. I'm trying to hold out for tomorrow. Included in the, I think I mentioned this, maybe not. We rearranged our entire house. Our pool table is gone, so now the pool table room is our living room, and I'm in what used to be our dining room. This is now going to be the den or Studio 44. And then the dining room is where our living room used to be. We have kind of a weird house. The people who lived here before us turned what was our living room into a dining room because they got old and they didn't want to sleep. They didn't want to go up and down the stairs anymore. So that room is just getting so hot, and it's long, rectangle-shaped room, so it was hard to like move the furniture around the TV better. Man. Oh, they scored a run finally. But this stadium is fantastic. He's got perfect placing of all the laser ribbons. And that's something that you don't necessarily see as much when you're, just looking at a stadium in Stadium Creator mode. When they have, like, all the stats up and all the cool signs are flashing because of, accomplishments like a stolen base or a home run or whatever, and you see it flashing all over the stadium, that's when you really know if you put them in the right spots or not. Did Midway do NFL Blitz and all that too? Oh, I got a lefty in, and I still couldn't bomb one. NFL Blitz was a lot of fun. I remember playing NFL Blitz quite a bit. I keep getting sidetracked, but we were talking about games where like players have like special features and stuff, or like special powers. Like All-Star or Baseball Simulator 1000. Do you guys remember that game? I played it for the Super Nintendo. I never played the regular Nintendo version. You can actually download that on your Switch if you have a Nintendo Switch right now, and there's a cheat code that you can put in to maximize your guys' abilities. And if you set the settings where all the guys should hit like their peak seasons, I hit like 200 home runs in the season with Steve Stewart. Yeah, Midway mid blitz slugfest, and I don't think I ever played NFL hits. I've never been a big hockey guy. There's times where I really like football. I'm probably into football more in my life right now than I ever have been, because I'm from Rochester and the Bills have been good for a couple years now. So I've kind of jumped on the Josh Allen bandwagon. I've had a lot of fun watching them. That game against the Chiefs that year, where it was back and forth, and with 13 seconds left, Patrick Mahomes marched down the field and ended up, winning the game. That was the best football game I've ever seen in my life. But hockey, to me, hockey, everything is just ugly in hockey. The ice rinks are ugly. The uniforms are ugly. Everything happens so fast. I could never get into hockey. See, do you guys ever have that where the guys just stop running in the middle of stealing a base? EA Sports did MLK2K. Yeah, I think that's the one, Steven. I think that's the one that I tried to play. Oh. I tried to play MLB 2K, and do a full season. I don't think we ever did. I think this right here is literally the first game we've ever played a full season in. It took us forever to learn how to hit in this game. I remember when we first found this game, the only way we'd get on base is if we swung and missed at strike 3 and the catcher dropped the ball. We were terrible at hitting in this game. So we found the settings that we have where you could guess pitch and location and stuff like that, and that's helped us, and we just kind of stayed with it. Now, do we have many players here, or you guys mostly just get on for Stadium Creator and create and showcase and stuff like that? Like, I'm always curious, because we have this whole big fictional league where we could use all these, fictional stadiums. So it's very interesting to me to see why other people would need all these fun stadiums. Do you guys just play franchise mode and maybe get bored with seeing Oakland or Tampa Bay, those crappy ones? Who's on first? I didn't even notice. I'm way ahead again. Nope. What the fuck was that? I gotta watch my cursing. I tend to curse too much on these games, especially when I'm live on YouTube. Go, 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 go. Francine here. What does that mean?
1-2 offering. Wouldn't chase that time. In the air to the right.
Oh, franchise. That's what you're probably saying. Nope, not getting thrown out at third again. The right fielder's probably going to get up. I probably would have made it. Oh, well. Another thing I've never liked about this game is the uniforms that have no names on the back. I feel like the numbers are too low. I think real-life jerseys, they tend to raise the numbers or make them a little bit bigger if there's no name on the back.
Runner at second, 2 down. You're in the bottom half of the 8th. Not close with that one, but still chase. That's a strike. Slider.
I know, but I've made a conscious effort in my life to cut back on the swearing. Just doesn't sound nice all the time, Especially when you're like out in a restaurant and, kids could be around and stuff like that. I try to class it up a little bit more. There we go. Sherman Mosby puts one off that facade and into the bushes. Biat! See, I don't know if that's like a walkway under there or what, but that's really cool, that left field. The next one I recorded for Jay Schiff is really nice too. Jace, I think he said. Jace Schiff. Then pop out. Here's an idea. How about showcasing created team names and uniforms also, Phil? I'd definitely be into that, Danny boy. Ray Ratliff has been on me about getting one of his teams incorporated into the Ricky Davis League, and I've talked to Mark about it, and he's on board. So we're going to add, I think it's the Nashville Dreamers. I got to get in touch with him again, but we're going to replace some of our franchises. But yeah, I'd be up for it if people want to see it. I wish they could. Here's the problem, though. You can't like download franchises like you could, the created stadiums, because they have the franchise mode connected to Stadium Creator or Diamond Dynasty, and I think that's garbage. Franchise Creator should be its own thing, just like Stadium Creator, and you can create the team, upload it into the vault, and then it's there forever, and then you can just download them again. While you can do that a little bit with the logos, that's a help, but it's still very time-consuming going through and, trying to match the colors up and all that shit. So what I try to do is whenever I create a new franchise, I try to just use colors of real teams. That way it's easy to, match up the colors with the logos and stuff like that. But, like, we have, like, the Michigan Wolves that has, like, this weird neon or turquoise greenish. Oh, this is Dante Palmer. I've never really used Dante Palmer. Does anybody watching have a fictional roster that they use? I haven't found Bacon's in a while. Bacon, that used to be like a huge thing. Like on Twitter, there'd be calls out from, Bacon to help him make his fictional roster year after year. There we go. Senators win 6-1. Sherman Mosby hitting the bomb at the very end of the game to kind of bust it open. So yeah, Danny boy, I would love to do the franchises. That's fun to me. Like before the Stadium Creator mode came out, I had a lot of fun just trying to recreate my uniforms and recreate logos for other teams and stuff like that, but you just can't download entire franchises, and I think that's a mistake on SDS's part. They need to separate that. And I put that in my franchise wish list to separate the two. Because you can't even see what the uniforms look like until you play a game. Can you do that in Diamond Dynasty? Can you save a team in Diamond Dynasty? I've never really played Diamond Dynasty, so I don't know. Check out the box score real quick. Omar Menzanian, Chris Morales, Damian Bell not in the party. I guess I gotta clean this up a little bit more because Damian Bell. Oh, did Burris pinch hit for Bell? Is that what happened? Is that why he's hitting fifth? I don't know. Sherman Mosby hit his first home run of the season, a 3-run shot. Okay. Let's check out the home run from Sherman Mosby real quick. Get a good look at the stadium. And he knew it. Yeah, Sherman Mosby's a flashy guy. When he hits it, he lets you know he hit it. He doesn't just put his head down and run the bases. See, I'm trying to see if you can see in there, see anybody. Doesn't look like anyone's hanging out in there. Boom. No, you have to create custom uniforms each year, just logos transfer over. Right. So, but can you save a team in Diamond Dynasty? Because I know you can create a team in Diamond Dynasty, right? That's when it first came up as a thing. All right, who was it? Danny Boy, you want me to play in one of yours? Which one? Was it Gallagher? I recorded one for you. Big Bend. Let's do Big Bend. What do you guys think of the logo? I mean, it's nothing fancy. It's just the RDL and then the star. I probably should have made the star all 5 points of the star stick out someplace, but I added the L just because I've been calling this the Ricky Davis League for so long, but for years I just did RD, not the L. But I added the L this time around. Big Bend Stadium. Okay. Okay. Well, I know you can't upload them, Jason, but can you create your Diamond Dynasty and then save it and then maybe start over again? I don't know. It's just so frustrating that you have to create an entire franchise and start the franchise and go into spring training, go through all these settings just to see what your uniforms look like. I agree with that one too, Stephen K. You absolutely need to be able to give us a third, at least, or a fourth, I think. One alternate home, one alternate away. But there's a way you could do unlimited. If you let us edit your uniforms in the middle of franchise mode, you could have unlimited or uniforms. Anytime you played a game, you could go into uniform editor, make it how you want it, and then play your next game. And then you have unlimited uniforms. That's the way I think they should go. Okay, so you want me to go with the Big Bend. That should be enough, right? Just Big Bend and it'll pop up. You never know with this vault and search. Here you go. Is this it? Did I show this one? Quirky Dimensions. I like that. Oh, you got the new batter's eye, too. This is it. Okay. What is the purpose of these things? That awning type thing. Oh, I like that, though. You hid the rest of the building. Did I? I feel like I showed Big Ben. Maybe not. Oh, maybe I recorded it yesterday because I remember seeing these and talking about these used as pillars. I like that. I didn't realize they had the hologram things without the hologram coming off. They're expensive, though, aren't they? All right, well, I don't want to show the stadium off too much. I want to play in it. Whoops, I got to save it. But yeah, this was my plan, play a few innings in a couple stadiums and then move on to the next person. The other thing I could do, like I said, is I could do Home Run Derby too. It might be a little bit more exciting than, fast forwarding through. And Greystone Park, though, that was so nice. Yeah, I remember this one, Danny boy. Maybe it was Gallagher I didn't see yet. I have that TikTok song stuck in my head. So won't you play my violin for you? Back in the franchise mode. All right, we'll use the AAA team this year at Buffalo. I've been to Buffalo Stadium, but I never saw a game there. Do you guys remember Jim Rome? Love Rome. Rome loved fat guys. David Wells, perfect game. He's a fat guy. Love fat guys. He did a tour stop in Buffalo, and me and my brother went and saw him. Oh, Sean Warner's on the hill. No thank you, pre-made stadiums that have been here since day one. Throw me a freaking bone here. See, this is the thing about live, is some of this stuff is going to come out in Phenomenal Rome. Are you saying the impression is phenomenal? Thanks. Love Jim Rome. Love clones. Don't call up. Talking about OJ. Hacking away. I'll run you. Not going to listen to OJ takes. Oh, phenomenal. Love Rome. Thought you were telling me my Jim Rome impression was phenomenal. Guess not. Work on that. I thought Warner was on the hill. Oh, that's all right. Victor Cortez is just as good. All right, now this looks more like a real lineup would be. I don't have someone else to play short or second, though. I got to refix this, too. I don't have a backup shortstop or second baseman. Got to fix that. Thank you, Danny boy. That's how I kind of got in, comedy and, all this kind of showcasing stuff. Is I've started out as an impressionist. Oh, this looks really good from the batter's box. Look at that. I picked on the worst part of the park where it jolts out back there. First pitch, ground rule double from Marlon Tompkins. Oh, here's Jamar York. Another all-around guy, but he's not a switch hitter. He's got a good arm, fast, can play center field, right field, left field. My first impression that I ever did was by accident. We were watching we were talking about the movie Little Shop of Horrors, and there's a part where they're singing "Suddenly Seymour," and oh my god, the girl, Audrey, right? Audrey was her name. There's a part where she goes, "It's so hard to say," and my brother and sister were making fun of her because they're like, That sounds like Bobcat Goldthwait. And I'm like, that's not Bobcat Goldthwait. If he did it, he'd go, that's hard to say, man. I used to do Bobcat Goldthwait better, but he was, so I credit him as my first impression, and I actually got to do Bobcat Goldthwait to Bobcat Goldthwait. He did. He performed in the comedy club, the Rochester Comics Cafe, that I used to host regularly, and the manager gave me tickets and invited me backstage to meet him after one of his shows when we saw him. So that was pretty cool. I was obsessed with the Police Academy movies growing up when I was a kid. I also met Michael Winslow when he performed at Rochester Comics Cafe. I have an autographed VHS tape of his stand-up that he was selling at the shows. I like that batter's eye. I think that batter's eye works out well. Does Rome still do radio? I haven't listened in a long time. And I wish there was more we could do. What is this? That just totally screwed me up. I had out number one. Go get it, Pete. Pete Murillo's third baseman turned left fielder. I think I had him playing left field or third base in this just to get some of those outfielders out there and get DJ Jackson in the game. I like this windup I found for Victor Cortez. That's another thing that's huge for us is no matter what little changes they do make, there's always new stances and swings and, or not swings, I shouldn't say, but there's new stances and windups and stuff like that. It is frustrating that there's no like new animations. Yeah, Rome tried TV quite a bit, but I don't think TV ever really took off. He was in the original Space Jam, wasn't he? Talking about Michael Jordan retiring, coming back. Love Air Jordan. Of course, he's not a fat guy, though. Love fat guys. What did he used to say? Rack him. If you had a phone call and it was potentially best call of the day. Rack that guy. Great take. Clone in Rome. The more of me, the less of clones, the better the show's going to be. Rack that guy. My brother won huge call of the day one year.
That one foul ball. Myers, 32 years.
I called once. I didn't get run. He let me.
The 0-1.
He let me get my whole call in. Oh, he was in the longest yard too. I only saw the longest yard like once or twice. I love Adam Sandler. Oh, DJ. You got to freaking put that ball out of here, bro. Michael K. was in an Adam Sandler movie too, wasn't he? Was it Grown Ups? Did he play a... I want to say he played a cop or a coach in Grown Ups, right, with Adam Sandler? Like a football coach or something? Also got to meet Michael K. I think I told that story on a video before. We were walking to our hotel. Oh, no. We were walking into Pittsburgh to find a restaurant to eat. We went across the... No, it was before the game. Before the game, I was recording. I was live streaming on Facebook. We were on the Berto Clemente Bridge, and I'm looking down the river and, you know, the outside, you know, the outfield of the ballpark and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, I hear my wife go, oh my God, oh my God. And I'm thinking she, like, met some or, you know, ran into someone that we know from our hometown or something. So I turn the camera off and I go to see who it is, and then I hear her say, "Aren't you Michael K?" And I look up and there's this big, tall, 6'3", 2", whatever he is, the big head, and he goes, "Yes, I'm Michael K." And he was nice enough to take a picture with us, so that was cool. And then after the game, walking across the bridge to find someplace to eat dinner, I was like, "Hey, maybe we'll see Michael again." And my wife says, "Yeah, maybe." And I was like, "Actually, we saw Michael. We need to see Ken Singleton." And sure enough, there was Ken Singleton, and he took a picture with us too. Does anybody else got a stadium after this one?
We're back here at the ballpark. And now the shortstop.
Let me know. Are you cool with the games, or do you want to do home run derby? Oh, Cameron Lindsay. He's fairly new. Really? That's cool.
Grounder left side.
Operation Sports Post, that's all the list of the generic players. Yeah, some of them you can tell. Like, some of them, they were just moved from, like, current players to generic. So some of those you can tell.
Grounder to second. Biggio. Tosses to first.
Hello, Pinoy Prince? PGP? B?
Now at the plate. First time up. Grounded to third.
I don't recognize that username. It's nice to see a new user ID.
Line drive.
Get over his head.
The catch. Inning over.
Retractable Park. All right, Jason, I'll go to that one next.
Bottom of the inning.
Play a few more innings here. Do you want me to do home run derby, or do you want me to do a game?
Threat. Nick Kenny. And that one fouled
Nick
off.
Kenny.
Well, so far, so good.
Yeah, I think it's probably better to do maybe home run derbies, or I don't know. I thought about doing live showcases, see what you guys think about that.
This point. Drive along the left field line. And that's a fair ball.
And you guys don't have to be sitting there watching these games going, "Oh my God, Phil sucks at this game."
That one was served in a punch bowl right
Thanks, PGB. Is that I'll call you that.
as soon as it left his hand. Now we'll see.
And Steven, if you recognize Wayne Pace, I tried to recreate the Pace from Bases Loaded. I don't know if you guys watched the player introduction video that I made for the RDL players. But anytime I talk about Wayne Pace, I'm so proud of how I helped recreate the stance to look like it did in Bases Loaded. Some of the early baseball games, I want to know what leagues they're imitating, because like all the games, they sound like you're hitting metal bats. Sping, sping. That's how it sounds when you hit a ball in bases loaded. Sping.
They try to get a chase on a slider down and away.
But I don't think I ever got around to saying the game that my brother and I want to play so bad. Dusty Diamond's All-Star Softball. One of my favorite games of all time. It had so much fun control. Some of the players had like unique characteristics, like Sparky and Mikey, these two dudes with cannons of arms. Like, we try to let the ball get past them, so they try to stretch into a double, and then you throw their asses out at second base. And then they had guys who, if you jump, they'd kind of like run on the air for a little while, so you could rob home runs with them. And they had home run lines. It's one of the first games I remember where there was different stadiums. Most of the games you played, there was like one stadium in like every single game that you played. Was that the first run of the game again? A sac fly. But yeah, Danny Boy, right? This is your stadium. The stadium is freaking awesome. I love all the rocks in center field. Oh, I'm losing to Buffalo. Yeah, I tell myself, I'd like to go to Buffalo and watch a game. It's only an hour and a half away. I'd love to go to Syracuse and watch a game. It's only an hour away. But, I don't know. I think Frontier Field is a better field. Well, maybe not Buffalo. Frontier Field is definitely a better field than Syracuse's park. I don't know what it's called anymore. But I've seen it in highlights and pictures and stuff like that. Frontier Field doesn't really translate well on TV, though. It looks really good when you're there. But they just spent a lot of money renovating it, and it didn't seem like it was much for anything like that fans would enjoy. Yeah, I remember Texas. You said in the Crenshaw one that you grew up in. There was a Crenshaw Park, right? And that stadium was paying homage to your town. Never been to Texas. Minute Maid Park's one of my favorite stadiums with all those quirky dimensions. I always liked Minute Maid Park. Just hate the fucking Astros. It's hot in Texas. Is it a good dry heat? It's the mugginess I can't stand the most. Very muggy today in Rochester. Rainy too? Yeah, I know they... another one of my favorite ballparks was the old one in Arlington. What was the first name of that park in Arlington? Was it Great Ballpark or something? No, that's... Great American Ballpark was Cincinnati. I didn't swing. Come on, Blue. But the ballpark in Arlington, that was always one of my favorite parks because left field, it was like new school style, you know, where the upper deck, you know, there was like windows, like a tall wall, and then more stands went back, and it kept going back. And then in right field, you had the overhang and the the upper deck over there. Nick Kenny was second hit of the game, so I always liked ballpark in Arlington. Okay. So I always liked that stadium, and I like center field, and it was always one of my favorite stadiums to play with, in this game before you could create stadiums. And then the fact that they had to close it after, 25 years, something like that, 30 maybe, because of the heat. It's crazy to me that they maybe didn't think of that ahead of time. I mean, the Sky Dome just came out. No, Danny boy. No. You'll hear it in my next video. Arch gave me a version of Three River Stadium. I hate the cookie cutters. Most of them I can't tell apart one from another, especially Three River and Veterans. Busch Stadium grew on me because it eventually went to grass. And that helped it a lot. Same thing with Kansas City. Kansas City, of course, had the fountains, but once they brought the grass in, so much nicer. Man, I can't hit for shit in this game. 7th inning, I'm down 3-1. Come on, Hubert, you got some pop. There's a base knock. Oh, the Kingdom. Ugh. That's another crappy one. Blech. Those stadiums are terrible. I can see sentimental value to people who like grew up in the area and you saw a lot of baseball games there, but like all these people that go in and spend all this time to recreate them, it's like, why? They're such crappy stadiums. So I could see the sentiment. Definitely there. My first Major League game was in one of the worst ballparks ever in the Majors, Exhibition Stadium in Toronto. I'm about a 3-hour drive from Toronto, so when I was in kindergarten, my dad took us up to see the Yankees Blue Jays, and we saw, I think, the game after the Blue Jays clinched it, or maybe we saw the game that they did clinch it. They won by a score 5-1. Really crappy. I mean, it's obviously a football stadium, and they, turned it into baseball to have the expansion. Blue Jays. Oh, DJ, what are you swinging at? So that was my first place to see a game, but I have no sentimental value to that. I've definitely seen the most games in the Sky Dome or Rogers Center now. There was rumors for years that they were going to go grass, but they never did. Because I think that new turf came out, and people seem to like that. Can't seem to get a hold of one. I know it, Danny. They wanted the stadiums to be multi-purpose, play football, play baseball, maybe even soccer, and do concerts and all that crap. So I get it. I get it why they did it. There's just no character to any of them. It's hard to tell the difference. Like, I remember Astrodome and Busch Stadium having a lot of similarities. Really, Steven? I've never been to City. I've been to Shea once. I asked that in one of the recent broadcasts, right, or streams, because someone made a new Met stadium, and I was surprised that they would want to replace Citi Field already. Damn it. Little 2-out rally there. Comes up empty. Murph! You love the cookie cutters? Well, you had one. You had Bush. Blech. What's to love about the cookie cutters? I don't get it. Charles Oatman. He's from that original Hardball game. Do you guys ever play Hardball? The first one we ever found was fictional players, and there was only like one good team, and it happened to be Pittsburgh. And my brother always gave me the better teams because, he was older and better at video games than me when I was a kid. But they only had one stadium, too. All right, let's get back to hitting. It's the dimensions. It's also Pitchers Park. Yeah, I know they brought left field in, right? I still remember that ball that Aaron Judge... Did I do a whole inning? I hope not. Aaron Judge hit one into that, third deck, right? No one likes the dimensions, huh? Right field, I know, is pretty quirky. They have that overhang, don't they? I wish we could do overhangs in Stadium Creator. That would be so fun. Just enough to the warning track. Well, 9th inning, running out of outs here, fellas. Another thing that makes me stink at this game is talking to you guys. I get distracted. I just tend to swing at everything. Because I know when I go play games in my brother's house, I don't hit as well. Because his family's around and I'm talking to them while I'm playing. There was a hardball on the Super Nintendo?
Battling here, fouls it away.
Yeah, the PS1 hardballs where Ryan Hull hit the walk-off grand slam
That's a base hit.
in Forbes Field. It looked a little bit different than a lot of games. For something about it, I don't remember what it was, but
Ended the count with 2 strikes, but didn't panic and picked
we played a lot of the hardball. Oh, you know what? That is one of the one that we played a full season on
Sanchez
because we did the World Series.
with the tying run at the dish. Here in the
I thought it was this, but duh. You can't play a. One out rally in the 9th. Need to do is remake a Shea like they did with the Yankees did. Yeah, Steven, I think a lot of Yankee fans were disappointed. Like, if you go to the game in Yankee Stadium, it's nicer. There's more space between seats and stuff like that. But
this one to left.
I just think it's bland if you're watching the game on TV. I've been to both stadiums. Obviously, Babe Ruth didn't play at the new stadium, so there's definitely a lure to the original. I love the original Yankee Stadium. Oh, I lost. Check this out. Are you ready for this? Hold on. I don't know if you guys saw this video or not when I did it, but hold on.
Thanks for dropping by and joining me and our wonderful crew here on the show. I'm Ben Gelman. Talk to you soon.
This fella's right here is dirt from the warning track of the original Yankee Stadium. When I found out you could take tours of a stadium in 2008, my brother and my wife and his wife, we went and we tried to take a tour with all of us, but they only had tickets for one. And everybody knew that I really wanted to go, so they let me go by myself. So they take you through the stadium and they show you all the stuff, and then you go down to Monument Park and you check that out, and then you go out the bullpen like a reliever would, and you walk along the warning track. And so I went down to make it look like I was tying my shoe. And I made sure no one was looking, and I took a handful of dirt, and I just shoved it in my pocket. So I'm sure I didn't get all of it, but I've got enough to say I've got Yankee Stadium warning track right here. I don't know if you ever watched Respect the Pick, but it's on the shelf that I always have in my background. So that's one thing I'm pretty proud of, is I stole some dirt from the warning track of Yankee Stadium. But you guys might have heard that story if you watch the entire video, because I think I told that story. What about the outfield look, Murph? Is it the seats or the stands or what? Can't believe I lost to these bums. Mike Mayers? Yeah, I'm disappointed in it, Murph. As a Yankee fan, I'm not in love with it. There's not as many targets. I mean, it's fun to watch balls go into the second deck or into the bleachers on either side because there's, a row of seating in front. But I was like, this is the freaking Yankees, and this is what they come up with? And I'm a little tired of the whole, we're the Yankees, we're traditional, we're old school, we don't have alternate jerseys, and we're not going to do City Connect and stuff like that, and we make our players shave our, faces. Come on. It's 2024. Let the guys wear a freaking beard if they want it. I'm not a huge, long hair guy, but I mean, if players want to have their hair long, let them have their hair long, for crying out loud. Oh, I like it. It shows class. And if they want to be classy, they want to make their players classy. Keep the hair short. Well, I'm a Yankee fan who wants to get rid of that crap. Let the players freaking be individuals a little bit. Let them have their fun. Maybe you draw more players there. All right, Jason, what's the name of the stadium again? Murph, I can't believe I missed you sign in here, buddy. I would have said hi a long time ago. Where is it, Danny or Jason? Oh, Retractable Park. Did I showcase this one? I'm pissed at Sewell because he came up with that idea before me. It would have been a great idea to go in and fix some of the anomalies with a stream, and he went and came up with that idea. That damn Sewell. My brother just texted me and asked me if I watched Acolyte yet. I'm not even sure if I said it out loud, but I my head goes all over the place. All right, Jason 43950. That's you, right? We're moving everything around, and we're a new TV is coming tomorrow. So right now we got my tiny little TV from up in Studio 44. Oh, another one with the new smaller. I like it. I just wish that we still had anomalies because there's been times where I wanted to do the Minnesota Twins anomaly or something else in center field, but I always wanted to find the smallest backstop and then build the Twins around it, or the Twins anomaly around it, because then you can connect things to it. So if we had this smaller backdrop or batter's eye when we had anomalies, it would have been perfect for that. I don't think I remember showing this stadium, so okay. I like this little section over here. Say it over and over and over and over and over again. They really need real life concessions outside so you can watch the game while you're in line. Be more a part of it. And I know they open things up. Like it used to be tunnels, There used to be a wall between the hall or whatever you want to call it with the concessions, and then you go through the tunnel. Like that's how Frontier Field is. And they kind of open things up where you can still see out there, but it's still not the same. I'm live streaming Ricky Davis League All-Star in stadiums people made. But I'm sure Acolytes will be an episode of Respect the Pick. All right. I got to save that stadium so I can go in and play again. I'll play another one with the. That's what I'll do. I'll play one more game with the Major League guys, and then I'll do home run derbies from here out, so we get to more stadiums faster. Yes, it's hot. It's rainy. Most of it's hot. It's like Howard, like Florida, at least by Houston. Oh, I'm way back now because I wanted the name of that stadium. That's the back wall made from in center field. Oh, this guy. It's that sign, right? The dinosaur sign. Dino's Cave. Someone else used that recently, too. Maybe it's this one. I don't remember. It's terrible. I can't remember anymore. I wish there were more bigger walls, so you can close off stadiums and stuff like that. It'd be nice. But, hey, at least now we have a 4-lane road, a left turn only lane. That big wall takes up a lot of memory. Interesting. I've never used it before. The door ruins it for me for a lot of times I want to use it. Sorry, I'm leaving too many gaps in the action, aren't I? All right. Let's go to the big guns now. No, we're not playing at Pac Ballpark. No, sir. Oh, you guys got to see the away jerseys again. I was hoping to play a home game. It was fun watching the Yankees playing Pac Ballpark over this past weekend. You guys catch that? Boop. Boop. Little glimpse of the future ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. How tired of you guys hearing me say the words the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino? Mike Gooden, the ace, is on the hill. Oh, my guys are all tired. This is the problem with simming, is they don't rest guys. Who's on the hill? Lefty? We get Romy Reigns in for Percy. Get Fendi out of here. I guess we got to put Bucky in. He's left-handed, though, but he can hit lefties. Keep Cleavers in. Rob Thompson. Do I have a right-handed guy who could play? No. We'll put Percy out in right. He's got a... Oh, no. Yeah, okay. All right, my defense in the outfield's not going to be great. John McGee. Nick Leonard for Ricky Madlock? Nah. Okay. Davis, Tony Johnson, Steve Stewart, Bucky, Percy instead of Reigns. All right, we can go with that. First base. Do I have Percy playing? Can he play? Nope, I better get him out of there. They're just going to pinch hit for him anyway. I guess got to put Rob Thompson back in the game. We'll switch that so the... Okay. Yeah, I'm happy with these uniforms. I'm not crazy with the way it's so frustrating, like I've said, because you don't know what the uniforms look like in a game when you're creating them. They can look completely different sometimes. So the blue almost looks purple to me.
So up next, Ricky Davis. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Sharp grounder, that's through.
There he is, the man, the myth, the legend. I really wish that name didn't stick. The Ricky Davis League. Oh, I'm playing against the Chicago or San Francisco City Connect. Carl Hubble. I don't think I've ever played against him. Or I don't think I've ever heard of him. See, and you got the blue walls, and you have to have the... Oh, no, you got both green and blue. Oh, okay. All right. I thought you had to go with the blue windows because you wanted them... Or the green windows. Tony Johnson. Best hitting catcher in the league. Bad. Oh, that hit him. Did he check? Nope. Ah. Oh, look at this guy's glove. He's got the old school glove on, so he must be really old. Here he is, fellas. With a lefty. Oh, don't put one in the strike zone. Oppo, did he get enough? Sometimes they use both. Helps break up the monotone even if it's not realistic. Use both what? I always like the outline look. Like the Braves did it, and I think the Rays still do it on their solid blue uniforms. I like the outline, especially with the yellow. Both wall colors. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think that's an underutilized thing. Like some of the old school stadiums used to have like a brick wall here and then padded over there, something like that. I think that's an underutilized thing. But this stadium is nice. I mean, from this angle, it looks like the roof could be closed. Obviously, we know it's not, but. This is the stance I had gave Bucky. I need to change that. I used to use Matt Carpenter for him because I like how he leaned back, but they changed it. Here's Romy Reigns, pretty much Tim Raines. Maybe a little bit more power than Tim Raines. My best memory of Tim Raines is 1998. It's like it's like the most famous brawl of all time when Armando Batista drilled Tino Martinez in his shoulder blade, and it caused this big brawl in 1998. But one of the best memories is that after all that settled down, I can't remember who hit the home run. I think Bernie hit it, and then he drilled Tino. Then when everything settled down, the first at bat, Tim Raines blasted one. Oh, no, that's good. Oh, Rob Thompson's fast. Break up that double play. All right. I had a closed version too, but they had the anomalies. Oh, okay. How did it work in day games when you'd close the roof? Could you see enough in there? Oh, no, double play is going to keep the run from scoring. I don't think I've ever played a game where people close the roof with anomalies. Willie Mays. Let's pitch to Willie Mays. I figured it'd be unfair to have the RDL All-Stars play against regular teams, so I knew that these Legends rosters existed, so I thought it'd be a fun way to even the keel a little bit more. You don't see many right-handed helicopter swings, do you? Bill Terry? I don't think I've ever heard of him. Uh-oh. Get it, Romy. Get it. Oh, couldn't time it right. No. So, but you can see the time, right, before you start the game. You can see what time the game's supposed to be, so you can pick which stadium to use. So that's pretty cool. Giants score first. Another thing I'm not crazy about is your options for behind home plate. It'd be nice if we could dial that up a little bit more somehow. I can't make up my mind how I want my mic. You guys hearing me okay? All right, let's get back to hitting. Especially now that I've given up a bomb. Ricky Madlock. Again, I don't know if you guys watched the introduction of the guys, but these guys, Mark's team, Madlock's on his team. This is how I envision some of these guys hitting because he hasn't gone through and putting his touch on them yet. Yes, exactly, Jason. Give us that rotating sign thing. Do you guys ever go back and watch Sewell's live streams? Uh-oh. Contact. Get out of here, ball. Keep going. I don't hit many contact home runs. I must not make good enough contact to do it. I always have to do a power swing to get a home run. Oh, nice play. But when you guys go back and watch Sewell's videos, are you able to pull up the live chat with it? I can never see the chat when I go back to... Because I would try to remember something we were talking about, and I'd go back and watch his video, and you can't pull up the chat. Yeah, there's so many things that they still need to do, Jason. I'd still love to see, you know, the signs and the scoreboards in the walls. I mean, you could do that to an extent if you could still make the windows in the walls in the right way. I saw it on mine, Murph. I saw mine. When you replay the video, I'm pretty sure I saw mine. Maybe it's because it was my own video.
In the air, right field. Irvin should have this one. Drops into the glove.
There's the big glove again out there and left. They look ridiculous.
His first time.
Oh, okay. Oh! Gave Stewart a meatball and he swung too early. Man, such dramatic difference in pitch speeds. Come on, Stevie. Got to blast one in the live stream. Show these guys what you're made of. Oh, got him swinging. Apparently you're made of shit. Who's up next? Who wants a home run derby in their park? What do you guys think about the shift? I like the shift. Or banning the shift, that is. Oh, come on, man. It's good. It's strategy to play infielders in different spots. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, and zone defense was also a way to strategize your defense. But if it makes the game less fun to watch, you got to get rid of it. It was so boring watching these guys ground out to right field. Oh, 3-0. Who's back-to-back games here? Dakota Herndon, hello. Dunavant Field. All right, you got it, boss. Oh, Steven, you got it in first. All right, boss. Where do you want? I agree, Murph. It's no fun watching guys ground out to right field. And just teach your players to hit the other way, man. That's all you got to do. Just hit the ball the other way. The hardest thing to do in all of sports is to hit a baseball. And now you want to have these guys be able to control where they hit it all the time? Not everybody can do it. That's why the DJ LeMahieu's and the Wade Boggses and all those guys were as good as they were, is because they can control where they hit the ball a little bit. Ichiro. I got to say, that batter's eye does make it a little harder to pick up the ball. So I'm a little disappointed in that because I was going to use that in the future version of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino, but I can't pick up the ball as well. Steve's Park. All right, I just recorded that one. I'll go play there next. I'll do a home run derby there. Get down, ball. Da. This is Barry Bonds' stance? Well, I guess, yeah, that's how he hit. I'm not super harsh on Reuters either. I mean, obviously, I think... But here's my thing. Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, they brought people back to the game in 1998. You know? But then you just had the dude from the Padres banned for life for gambling. And if you look back to the Black Sox, that gambling scandal almost killed baseball. Then this dude named Babe Ruth showed up and brought people back. So I think that's why they, turned their shoulder to the gambling thing or the steroid thing. Ah, that ball's gone. Jesus. The hitting camera I used, you didn't notice it, I guess. You're talking about the batter's eye? Yeah, I'm having trouble picking up the ball. I mean, it's not impossible, obviously, but I should be fast-forwarding anyway. Keep giving up bombs with Mike Gooden. He's supposed to be the best pitcher in the league. I was a little concerned because it's really short. Like, the pitcher's hand gets above it. I haven't played this version of the game very much yet. I mean, not that it changes much from year to year, but sometimes it takes a little getting back into the game. But now that I have this franchise set up more, I'll play more, and I'll save highlights instead of doing live streams. I'll do home run derbies with the RDL guys instead. I think that's probably a little bit more interesting, a little bit more fast-paced. We can get into more stadiums faster. You guys don't have to see how horrible I am at this game. The Royd era was fun to watch, not going to lie. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy seeing Brady Anderson hit 50 home runs, but I mean, those are my Yankee dynasty years. Ray Cleaver's going to take that bag. Thank you. Getting scoring position for Ricky Davis with 1 out. Throw me that screwball. Yep, here it comes. Davis waits for it, drives up the middle, is going to score Ray Cleavers. I think I remember recording this because I think I remember mistaking that building in center field for Broo-hoo-hoo. We saw a lot of Broo-hoo-hoos in the last couple stadiums I've shown, or last videos I've recorded. Never get to, even slow-ass Tony Johnson. All right, Steve, let's go. Let's do this, buddy. Throw me that fucking screwball first pitch. I dare you. I fucking dare you! He did, and I fucking fouled it off. Two strikeouts to Stewart. What a dick. If you want to use this park in the future, change the batter's eye. That's fine by me. I changed it recently to this new one anyway. Okay. What am I doing? Why am I throwing pitches? All right, Buck, let's go. Come on now. I got to be patient. Like I said earlier, when I'm talking a lot, I tend to... There we go. Lead off knock. That's nice. Can you guys hear me okay? I know I got the microphone in the weird place. I don't have headphones on, so I don't know if the stupid arm's making all this noise. Get up the middle. Shit. So much for the leadoff knock, huh? Yeah, I think this settles it. I'll play games in your stadiums, and then I'll just record the highlights that come out of them. It's no fun watching me suck. Mason Stankaitis finally comes in to relieve Mike Gooden. Our starting pitchers are so good, we don't have as many bullpen guys. John McGee's 1 for some reason. I don't know why. He's supposed to be 11. There we go. There's a knock again. He ain't getting doubled off. He's taking that bag. There he goes. Maybe not. Nope. Almost got picked off. But did you see in the last game I stopped in the middle of the base pass. Do you guys do that? It happens to me like the last 2 versions of the game. Come on, Ricky. I never root for you, buddy, because you're my least favorite player in this league, but we need to start gaining some ground here. Not striking out. Ray Cleaver's 1 for 3. Okay.
As a hitter, when a guy like this comes into the game, you feel like he's standing on top of you, and it's just attack mode coming right at you, expecting to get a swing and miss.
Nope. Okay, so it has happened to other people. Mark says it claims it never happens to him. Yeah, I mean, I'm not making excuses because I didn't hit in the last game either. But this batter's eye is tough to see. I wonder if anyone else has noticed that, but yeah. But I'm going to change it in the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino in the future version of it. Ricky Davis again. Woo! Second RBI of the game. Oh, he's got both RBIs. Nope. The fuck am I swinging at? See, why don't I just say F word there? Another problem is I work at a school where the kids are at Mogo Pens. Are you seeing it in the stream or have you played with it before? Oh, Steve Stewart getting in the bat against Rob Nen. I remember Rob Nen. Didn't he have long hair, though? Yeah, it's tough. My first concern was how short it is. Dude, you better stop coming in, up and in on Steve Stewart. See if he can go for the hat trick. Who knows? He may have struck out. Oh, no, he hit one to the wall, didn't he? I think his first ball, he hit one pretty deep to right. I could be mistaken, though. There we go. A little gapper. It's not what he's paid to do, but I'll take it. All right, so after this, we're going to go to Stephen K's park. Do a little home run derby, and then we'll go to Dunavant. And then after that, it's up for grabs. Right-hander. If I had a lefter, maybe I'd pinch hit, get Terrence Fendy in the game, maybe try to pop one. Of course, San Francisco scored another run when I simmed. Swinging at shitty pitches. You can cut the grass. What? Oh, that's game. Oh, no. 2 outs. thought that's what I heard you say. Did I say cut the grass? That's the game. Bleh. Back-to-back games I lost. Willie Mays. Hit one home run in all 3 of those games. Good one. It's early. Sometimes I notice that early in the season you don't hit as many home runs, too. All right. Home run derby should go a little bit faster, a little bit smoother, get from stadium to stadium a little faster. I use the full Ricky Davis League for this because with the players being in the minors, some of the better players being in the minors, you don't get to use them in the home run derby. So I do the full roster. Home run derby. Whoops, I got to get the stadium first. Did anyone else hear me say cut the grass? I wonder what I really said. I don't even know what it would be. All right, let's see here. Search. Steven, what's the name of the park? Is it like that? Will that show up? Yes, Jason, the RDL roster is in the vault. Oh, wait. No, it's not. It's not because Mark hasn't put his touches on his team yet. Steve's Park you wanted, right? Are you still here, Steven? So, no, the RDL, the full roster is not in the vault yet, but the RDL All-Stars is. RDL All-Stars against the Legends is in the vault. Can you really see above my green screen? Again, if you're coming in late, I'm in a new setting. So this is kind of a temporary setting. I don't know how we're going to set this up yet. I got to get a new computer desk, and I'd like to get a full computer or a desktop computer, a gaming computer, or one that would be better for what I'm using it for than this little laptop. Oh. Do I got to raise it? I think I might have broke my green screen moving it. I should have took it apart and put it back together. Yeah, I can't tighten it anymore. Great. Oh well. You guys can deal with a little light splotch above here, right? I'll have to take a look at that later. Okay, so, whoops, did I save that? My dog's need to be fed here in a little bit. He's an old man, diabetic, has to eat every 12 hours. Poops and pees all over the house now because he can't control it. Well, I shouldn't say all over the house. We keep him confined to a room when we're not home, when we're both working. What am I doing? What the heck is going on? Save changes. Get your head in there, Philly. So yeah, I'll let you know, Jason, when I got on my brother today to get the game so I can send him the roster or all my information, because we share my gamer tag, so he can so we can pass the game back and forth. That's really the only way to do it. We used to use his, but he plays games more than I do. Mark, my brother, he was very excited to hear that some of you guys are excited about the RDL. So we're gonna try to get him involved with this a little bit more because, like I said, this is his. He created the Ricky Davis League. Him and his best friend growing up, and then Mark and I kind of took it to a further level when that friend moved out of town. They're still in touch on like Facebook and stuff, but Anthony barely remembers this. Nope, not play online. What am I doing? Did I just mess up the rosters now? What, buddy? Nope, there they are. All right, let's pick out a good... Stan Weiss could be fun. My wife's old first baseman. Find a righty. Leroy Tillman. We'll do Leroy Tillman. Mark's big power hitter. Do you want your dinner? Is that what you're telling me? Frankie! You didn't. You missed me suck 2 games in a row. But we're going to do Home Run Derby now. I think it'll be a little bit more fun. I recorded your stadium last night. I haven't edited it yet, but we're moving on to Home Run Derby. I think I'm just going to play games on my own time and just save the highlights, and I'll showcase them and go that way. And then if I'm ever live, I'll do it like this. Stan Weiss, Leroy Tillman, 2 big power hitters from either side of the plate. I always thought it makes sense to go with one guy from each side of the plate so you can, take a look at both sides of the field. We're in Stephen K's park, Steve. Oh, I don't know what his... I tend to fast forward. I'll try to not do that so you can see the stadium a little bit better. Yeah! Get out of here, ball. 422, and it just made it out. Must be deep out there. That one's going in the fountain. Splash. And nothing like seeing the ball roll on water. I know balls skip sometimes, but come on. Rolling on water. Steven, I like the double fountain look. That's nice. Go off the wall. I kept seeing someone say something about the elevations not having an effect on the ball. I totally disagree. I very much see a difference. Maybe they said there's something wrong with it, like it's not the same as it used to be, but like when I was testing out parts of the future, my future home stadium, the ball wasn't taken off until I raised the elevation. Boom. Putting up on that second deck would be a fun target. Go! It could be fun, to live stream some of these games if I was hitting better. I'm a little close to my TV, too. That's another thing that makes it a little awkward. I probably should get a littler monitor, like most YouTubers do. But I'm just using my normal game TV. Because we usually do like a double TV in the living room situation, so I can be back here playing games, and my wife, we can pick something mutual that we like to watch, but I'm not in some different room where we can't socialize while I'm playing. Leroy Tillman can't go oppo. He did hit one long enough twice to get the bonus time. If my dog whines at me again, I'm gonna feed him real quick. Between. It's been about 12 hours, I think. My poor little guy. Luckily, there's only usually 2 days a week where my wife and I are not home together at the same time. But we got to come up with a plan. I come home and there's piss and shit all over the room in there. All right, I'm going to go feed him real quick. I'll be right back. Here you go, buddy. You want dinner? Come on, let's go. That's a common thing for YouTubers, right? To have to get up and take care of things. They go on live for like 12, 14 hours at a time sometimes, don't they? The ball carries better in real life MLB stadiums compared to creative ones. But that's part of Diamond Dynasty. You can play it for the most part. Okay. Oh, I did a notification, Frankie. I did a post. I probably should have put it on my Facebook, too. I don't know how many Facebook followers I have. I'm not sure any of you younger guys do Facebook anymore. Stan Weiss having some trouble getting the ball out of the yard. Splash shots both sides of the field. I love it. I updated Steve's Park. That's the... Oh, man, I'm sorry. Into the bushes. There's a monster shot into the stands. Deep up there. Woo! Almost to the little walkway thing. Yeah, they need a section of stands that has that walkway where the back section is taller, right? We talked about this. Most stadiums where there's that walkway, the front row of the people behind the walkway is taller so they can see over everybody walking. Oh, I got to rest. Get out of here, ball. Boom. Done event sounds familiar. I think that's where I'm going next. I can't remember if I've showed that one or not, but it does sound familiar. I'll probably remember when I see it. I surprise myself sometimes that I actually remember all the stadiums because I went to record one yesterday, and I remembered a certain feature about it, and I was like, I think I recorded it, and then I looked at my notes, and I did, in fact. So sometimes I surprise myself. I guess I need to turn notifications on something. I would have watched it a while. I was making stuff for my son. It's all right. It's all good, Frankie. Popped in. Like I said, you didn't miss much. What stadiums did I plan? I didn't really plan. We're just kind of going. We're going by request right now. Now that we're gonna get through them a little bit faster, maybe I'll do a faster round time now too. Weiss, did you get one more to win it? Yes, he does. Stan Weiss with a last-minute bomb. I do like the timer. I hate the pitch clock. I hate any kind of clock in MLB, but I did like the clock in the home run derby. That year Todd Frazier won it in Cincinnati. It was so fun. Can you do home run derby mine? And do some live comments. Absolutely, Frankie. I did record yours, and I do have that video done. I just have to edit it and, premiere it and all that. So I'll do yours after Done Event, I think, was next. Let's get to the vault. Steve's Park. Looking through the live feed here. Retractable park. Okay, I did that one. I'm looking at the wrong monitor. I should be looking at this one. All right, why can't I find that? You got it, Frankie. You're after Donovan. If I can, if that's, I'll try to search it, I guess. I can't remember what his username or was anything. Oh, here it is. 200 in Donovan Field. Dakota for 4. That looks like it would be you, right? Is this it? It's got to be it. Yeah, do me a favor and leave it. I mean, Frankie, I know yours, and Steven, I remember yours. If you're new to the channel, leave your... I got to remember to save it instead of going in. Do you guys remember? I think it was 22. I think it was the second version of the game. You couldn't just save it. You couldn't hit a square on the stadium and save it. You actually had to go in like this and save it every time. And I've got myself in that habit. Owen County Rebels. I guess I can start getting rid of these and make myself have to go less time. Absolutely, Frankie. What did you update on your park, Steven? I feel terrible that I used the wrong one. I thought I used the first one I saw. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, like a lot of these guys we didn't actually make. Everybody on this starting roster, this is obviously Mark's team. Well, not obviously. You guys don't know him yet. Peter Murillo. We'll do Peter. He's a switch hitter. I hope he'll hit left-handed. And then we'll do Chris Taylor again, I guess. It has the bridge. Oh, I saw the bridge in this one. Donovan Field. Let's do 2 minutes so we can get to new stadiums faster. Just kind of getting a feel for things, see how we want to do this in the future. I do want to... Oh, no fountains. Okay, crap. I'm sorry, Steven. That's the one I recorded yesterday, too. Chris Taylor hitting this over the light towers, into the trees. Oh, not quite the trees. Let's try to back up. Man, what are the distances? Is this like minimum? Is this Costco style? And is this based on a real team? Or a real stadium, I should say. Owen County Rebels. I'm playing in a stadium, the guy left on me. Light tower power. There we go, into the trees. It's fun to watch the ball react to the trees. And I've said it multiple times in some of my videos. It can be fun hitting the balls in the trees in real life and listening to it. So you just cracked a bunch of branches and shit. Guessing you got some done event legends out there. .530. I didn't even pay attention to the distance. I wonder if he's probably got max altitude on too. Chris Taylor needs to take a breather. .16. That's all he ended up hitting. Oh, I went down 2 minutes. Usually I do 3 minutes, and I usually hit like 20. Pete Murillo, switch hitter. You saw him in one of the games, the AAA game. Wow, that's a bomb. How far did that one go? Oppo. Into the Jeep. Why aren't they showing the distances on some of these? It probably Gaming Kitchen. I don't see any fans at all. I'm not hearing this either. I don't have it turned up because I don't want the TV to hit my microphone too bad. I don't even know where the remote to this TV is. There goes another one in the trees. 503, there we go. The ball definitely flies more in Home Run Derby in this game than last year's game. I know, Charlie. Oh, my dear Lord. Give me a second, buddy. I know. Do you got to go potty? How about this? Do YouTubers go into this? They have to deal with their dogs whining at them? Fair enough. Leaving a like. Good work. Thanks, Gaming Kitchen. Appreciate it, buddy. All right. Home Run Derby's over. We're going on to Frankie Q's next. Going to feed the dog part 2 of his dinner. All right, Frank, you remind me the name of the stadium. Is Eastside Greg? Was that the username? Visa Park. I don't think that's the one I recorded yesterday. All right. Now, a few of you guys I know are my age or older, right? So, are stadiums like the first videos you watch on YouTube too? I never really watched much gaming on YouTube until I found Mario Maker because I wanted to see other people's levels and find a place where I could show my levels. Visa Park. Oh my God, I was trying to find this one guy. He wanted me to showcase the stadium. Yeah, this is definitely not the one I recorded. Shit, I did it again. I want to hit square and save. We can take a quick look at it, though, while I'm in here. Ooh, I like the gap, Baltimore Orioles style. Deepest part of the park in left center field instead of dead center. I love how this curls around, too. That looks really nice. Brooklyn Dodgers. Got the wiffle ball back there in the restaurant seating. Excellent, Frankie. Ebbets Field Apartments. Now, does anybody know how close the basketball court, why can't I think of the name of it, where the Nets play now? Jay-Z Stadium. Does anyone know how close that was to the old Ebbets Field site? I don't think I've ever been to Brooklyn. When I go to New York, it's mainly Manhattan and the Bronx. Obviously, we went to Queens once when we went to the Mets game. Barclays Center, that's it. I love the Barclays Center because the court that they use, the colors, it makes the picture look like it's in black and white. And then with the players' uniform colors, it's almost like a old school effect, like Pleasantville. Remember that movie Pleasantville, where everything was black and white, and then once you left your comfort zone, you became color or whatever. Are they close? Does anybody know? Barclays Center, yeah. I was big into there was probably like, I don't know, maybe a 4 or 5 month period where I liked basketball better than baseball, but that left pretty fast. When I was younger, maybe I can show you guys highlights. My buddy built a barn in his backyard, same buddy who took me to LA and to my first Yankee game too in New York. He built a barn. He was basically an only child because his mom had a couple kids in a previous marriage, and they were all older, graduated and gone by the time he was like in first grade. So he's basically an only child, and he was very, I don't want to use the word spoiled, but his parents, treated him real good and treated us, his friends, real good. We would go play games, basketball games in that barn, and we'd go to run in and just use the bathroom, and there'd be like this whole tray of snacks and stuff. It was so fun. Maybe I'll bust out some highlights. I have some on my personal page. I'll bring over some highlights of us playing basketball. That's kind of how I got into a lot of this too, doing the impressions. And I went to 2 years of community college for communications because we would record all of our basketball games, and then I would edit them together. I would edit a highlight reel. All right, let's get Steve Stewart in here. Let's go. Let's do this. I might as well just do DJ Jackson, too. He's right there. So maybe I can bust out some of the old highlights of me when I was a skinny man dunking on 8.5-foot rims. When we were like junior high, we played 5-on-5 full court, and then when we got older in high school and we filled out a little bit more and got taller, we realized it was pretty fun to play 3-on-3 full court. Molson Park. Wait, what's Molson Park? I thought you wanted me at Visa Park. Do you got to go potty? Okay, I'll go there next. We don't have anybody else waiting. Hold on, let me get the dog outside. Come on, you gotta go potty. It's driving me crazy, your dog. Go wait, tell Daddy.
Welcome to the Home Run Derby. Juniors will go head-to-head in a winner-take-all matchup. Each contestant will have 3.
All right, I'll go there next, Frankie.
If a contestant hits 2 home runs, 400, let's get right to it. It's time for the Home Run Derby.
DJ Jackson, 472. I'm not a huge fan of no pattern in the grass, especially for infield. 506 over the batter's eye. Ebbets Field. Oh, he's putting it off the apartments. Almost. Yeah, I don't remember hitting a lot of 509 shots in the game last year. I always like using that brick, too, facing anything off. Over the Hall of Fame second. Hit it here, sign. Ah. Yeah, he's hit like 3 or 4 500-foot shots already. It's all good, Frankie. This is a fun stadium, so. Apo, yes. Last year, we didn't really play in a lot of fictional stadiums because we kind of take turns. Mark, he gets a little tired of the bullpens and, you know, being on the field and nothing behind the pitchers or the hitters when you're pitching. So sometimes we alternate. He also likes being able to use different jerseys when we play in games. Oh, that's a bomb. So and we only played one season last year. So I was the Diamondbacks, he was the Brewers. Every once in a while I'd sneak in a fictional stadium, especially if it was someone. Thanks, Murph. Good to see you, buddy. Always good to talk to you. Into the walkway of the batter's eye. That's another bomb. Ugh. Would have loved to hit that plaza level seating behind the batter's eye. That would have been crazy. Gah! Just gets one over. Get out, foul ball. But yeah, this one's fun. Molson. I'm trying to remember, Frankie, if Molson's the one I recorded. They had the buildings in the background, right? The warehouse from Baltimore. Getting that second deck. Get up there. Don't. That one is off the facing. 506. Into the wiffle ball field. Probably should have waited a little bit longer to give him his rest, but oh well. Like I said, the first ones I created from nothing in any of the real good stadiums. Shot at making it better, that'd be great. Yeah, I'll take a look at it, man. We'll do that one next. I don't think anyone else has said one yet. Into the Hall of Fame. Hit. Oh, I wanted to hit this right in the middle of that circle. Boom. That's a bomb. 507. I never cared for the bat sounds in this game either. Sometimes it doesn't sound like you got them all the way. That's the second time I've noticed that lower fence, by the way. I remember showcasing someone's stadium, and I noticed that window was down. Oh, Steve Stewart couldn't pull it off. DJ Jackson gets the win. All right, let's go check out Visa now. Dad bod! Yeah, I'm still on, man. It's kind of the most convenient for me to go on earlier in the afternoon. It's probably not the best time for people to watch, so I'll have to work on that. It might be tough for me to go live with my wife home if I'm still in here, but we'll see. Because she gets home right around the time it's probably best for people to be on. They're watching TV and you have me on in the background, I'm guessing. At least that's how I do it when I'm watching Sewell. Okay, stadium creator. Now we're looking at Molson Park, right? Molson. I can't remember if this is the one I recorded last night. Yes, I'm Eastern. What's Mountain? Is that 2 hours behind me? Molson Park. All right, this time I'm going to do it. Goondocks Field. Square. Yes, this is the one I recorded yesterday. Save. Sewell! Well, you missed me suck at 3 different games, although I did win one of them. And then you missed a couple home run derbies. Not a whole lot. Now, why did it do this? Did it take me right in when I saved it? All right, well, I'm going to make sure I saved it. I like the bowl-style seating. I like it when they kind of connect instead of having the gap. I couldn't imagine working nights, man. My wife did it for a while as a nurse. Okay, I did save it. All right, okay. All right, let's get out of here and get into some home run derby. Whoops, not turn on the lights. Yeah, I was just telling everyone, Sewell, it's kind of convenient for me to get on like right when I get home from work, which is like 3, 4 o'clock. I had to take a nap today when I got home, though, so I was a little later than I wanted to be. I was hurting today. I stayed up late recording a video, and then I wanted to work on the future ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. Want a glimpse? Boop, there it is. Boop, there it is. I know you guys are all dying to see another version of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino. All right, let's see. Who else can we use here? I got some guys on the Angels. Let's get Guillermo in there. We'll have him face off against Tuan. There he is. These guys are teammates when we first found them. I hate my schedule, but it's when the casino is the busiest. Right? You got to make a fortune in tips and stuff. Oh, you have Velasquez. I always use Guillermo Vasquez. There it is, future. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Molson Park. Here it is, everybody. Frankie's new stadium. You're going to see it in the next Stadium Extravaganza video, too. I recorded this one. I also recorded Stephen K's and a bunch of other ones. I'm up to 30 now. When I started recording, I was at 25. But I've gotten some new ones since then. Here's Tuan. I love this guy. I gave him Babe Ruth stance. So he does that bat jerk and the big foot kick. Yeah, something about that stacked look like that I really like. It makes it hard for different targets, but it still looks really good. I'm going to download your players, Frankie. Like I said, I haven't started the real league yet, just the All-Stars. So I'm going to download those players you gave me. And if anybody else is watching who has fictional players, I'd love to incorporate them into the Ricky Davis League for when we start the new season. I got on my brother today. I text him, it's time, dude. Get the game. I'll start making the franchises over the batter's eye, into those seats. There you go. And that's good. You got to make the seats behind the batter's eye higher. I've seen so many stadiums where they get in that top deck. Yeah, 492. But I've seen so many stadiums where they leave fans behind the batter's eye. And when I say clean stadium, that's not a very clean stadium. Not clean. Not very clean. I don't know why I do Larry David like that. He doesn't really do that a lot. It's not even a good Larry David. I love Curb Your Enthusiasm. Anybody else? Curb fans? Jason, the searing style reminds me of the version of the War Memorial Stadium Buffalo, so made in 22. Yeah, that was Arch. Arch with his retro stadiums, man. I recorded it yesterday. He did a new version of a 70s Three River Stadium in Pittsburgh. And I hate all those stadiums. So, but, I mean, the way Arch makes them and the detail he puts into them, he makes even those crappy cookie-cutter stadiums look good. And they look, I think his recreations look better than the versions in the games, too. Oh, really? He only got 17 out of here? Here's Guillermo. Boom. This guy was a beast when we first found him, and we boosted him to make him even better. He's like our biggest competition. Oh, there's a high wall out there and right. Nice. That's why you got to go a righty and a lefty when you do home runs derbies to test stadiums. I like that big scoreboard out there, too. Oh! 512 up onto Buddy M's or whatever that restaurant is. Yeah, this is nice, Frankie. Kind of closed it off with the Baltimore. I want to get that scoreboard. Let's get that scoreboard, Guillermo. But I like how he closed it off with the warehouse. Definitely has a good old school stadium feel to it. Get up there. I want that scoreboard. Halfway up the stands, that one. Oh, he got it. Guillermo got it. He got the scoreboard. Boom. Get it again. Get it again. Oh, just in front of it. I saw that, Sewell. I'll definitely get to him. I was thinking about recording again right after this, but I think my wife's going to be home and we're going to put the new entertainment center together. We got the new TV coming tomorrow. So I want that all set for Star Wars Acolyte. I haven't watched it yet. I've heard mixed reviews so far. I'm sure there will be a Respect the Pick episode about it. Frankie, it's fantastic. This outfield's fairly clean using that. What is that? One of those big signs. I like hit. That's a fun target too. Getting behind the batter's eye. And Guillermo walks it off. I probably made him a little bigger than he normally is. He's usually a little taller and leaner. Yeah, I tried to talk my wife into a bigger one because we moved our living room from the dining room into where the pool table was. We got rid of the pool table. So, Schmitty, what's up, buddy? Big Mac, right? I think I recorded a stadium of yours last night, too. I tried to talk her into a bigger TV. We have a 65 on the wall, and we didn't want to move it because it's such a pain in the ass and it would leave a hole in the wall, so we decided just to get a new TV for the new room. And I tried to talk her into a 65, but she didn't want to mount again, and there's not many TV stands, especially in corner ones where we want this one. I tried to talk her out of the corner, but whatever. All right, I think now that we're getting a little later in the evening, we're getting a little more familiar faces. All right, who's up? Who's next? What stadium are we going to? Did I miss the Towers Field? I'm not sure if that one sounds familiar. Do we want a home run derby there? Did I miss someone who got in first? You did miss Murph, Sewell. Murph was on. Mogul Pens was on for a minute. Costco. I will not submit my Ricky Davis League players to playing at that piece of shit field. I will not do it, Murph or Sewell. Will not do it. Did I miss one? Did I miss a stadium to go to? Who's next? Should we do Towers? Dad Bod was on. Is Dad Bod still here? Jason Moore is my he's my inside information. He always lets me know when the All right, we'll do oh, there's Dad Bod. We'll do Towers next. Unless I miss one. If I miss one, I apologize. I was doing games, Sewell, but I wasn't hitting very good. It seemed like it was kind of boring, and it took a while to get from stadium to stadium, so I switched it up to Home Run Derby, and I think I'm going to play the games offline and just save the highlights when they happen, and then I'll edit them together. Yeah, Jason, I'm trying to think back. I only remember there being two pretty close together last year, too, and that's all we got. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Towers Field, Schmitty? And you are Big Mac, right? That's your gamer tag? Okay. Yeah, I thought the games could be fun too, but I mean they're slow paced, and I try to fast forward the hitting. Wait, is this you? Schmitty VG? Okay. All right. I think I got the latest one, right? I got the wrong stadium from Steven. I feel bad. Okay, now we go to Home Run Derby. So, where'd you go to dinner last night? You went out, right? Local place or a place we know? Playoff line. 2 players. A's. Ooh, Ruben Amaya's fun. Percy, I'm not sure. Ooh, we'll do Ruben Mesa. 2 Rubens. Oh, Olive Garden. Who don't love some Olive Garden? Pasta carbonara. That's my dish go-to there. I made homemade pasta carbonara the other night. It was pretty good. The new glass apartment prop. It's true. It's always important to me, family. One of my old stand-up comedy buddies used to do a joke. okay, I'm borrowing $10, and he'd go into the register and take money. Towers Field. I like having that big pyramid building close together. The two Rubens facing off. These are both, I think simmed guys. Ruben Mesa might be sim borrowed. Sim borrowed is like a lot of people do what I do is they'll sim through and they'll download the roster and then put their people in. So when people do that, I don't know if the guy is simmed or if they made him and I'm borrowing him from them. Hope I got to hit start. Isn't it weird how you click X through everything to get into the home run derby, except for that one screen you have to hit start or the line menu button, whatever it's called on the PlayStation 5? Ruben Mesa was he made the All-Star team one year when we found, oh yeah, you can put the guys on the deck. Okay, I guess I never really noticed that they had that deck before on that building. He puts 2 up there right away. Ruben Mesa, All-Star power hitting shortstop. Using the old school dirt pattern I see. Wow. That ball seemed like it went a lot further than 425. That's fun, that deck, yeah. Oh, right off the building. Yeah, see, the targets make it so much more fun than just hitting the ball to the 12th row all the time. But if you have different stacks of seating, that helps. Like Frankie's, he had the second stack back there, and then he had the scoreboard and right, and the stands behind the scoreboard or the batter's eye. That always makes it more fun too. Over the batter's eye and off the scoreboard. Got the home run apple out there too, I see. Over the San Diego. Get it over. Over the San Diego studio sign. Fantastic. Ruben Mesa hitting some bombs. Ooh, there's a line shot. Sometimes, though, when you hit these big shots, you miss some of the little targets up front, like right here. That looks nice, too. I like that 2 layers of concourse right past the home run fence. That one, I'll get off the scoreboard. Nope. Off the San Diego studio sign. I'm guessing, Sewell, we talked about this earlier. I asked if anybody else saw your live comments. I think it has to be your own stream. Like, I think if you go to watch this tomorrow, you won't be able to see these comments. Which, to me, I think is kind of dumb because you hear the people on the video responding to comments. You'd want to see what the comments are, wouldn't you? Oh, you got home run apples on both sides. Okay. All right. I dig it. Ruben Mesa, meanwhile, is putting on a show. I like how they have that, like, awning, too, that little roof over the doors. That roofs are always fun targets to me. I don't know why. Something about, like, if it hits a roof, because in my house, at my old wiffle ball field, you hit the roof, it's a home run. It would hit the roof, bounce around a few times, and then roll back onto the field. And it's like, there's the fucking ball right there. There's the ball. I just blasted onto the roof. You got to go pick it up now. Use that ball again. 5'11". That's a bomb. Holy crap. Ruben Amaya, I always liked his stance. Oh, I don't like that swing, though. I forgot to change his swing. I hate that short little two-handed swing. Off the open 24-hour sign. Oh, that swing is terrible. Sorry, Ruben Amaya. I got to change that. Oh! That one almost went over the scoreboard. You could see mine. Interesting. Yeah, because I tried to even Google it, and I couldn't find anyone to tell me how. Charlie Blackmon. I remember the name. I don't know much about Charlie Blackmon. It's terrible, though, right? It looks like such a slappy swing. You know, you're not going to hit the ball 500 feet with that crappy swing. That was high off the scoreboard. I don't use enough different scoreboards. I tend to use the ones that don't have frames. Here's a line shot. Here's another thing I've noticed throughout the years. Correct me if I'm wrong. Left-handed Oppo home runs prettier than right-handed Oppo home runs. Discuss. Like, you always see the highlight of Don Mattingly's 8th game in a row with a home run. He went Oppo in Texas. It looked so pretty. And then there's a highlight of Ken Griffey Jr., I think when he went back-to-back with his dad. He hit one Oppo, and it looks so pretty. And then when dudes hit it to right field, it's not as pretty. I mean, maybe Judge and Stanton, when they go Oppo, it looks good, but... Oh, off the beams of the scoreboard. Maya's got 17 seconds plus bonus time to catch. Oh, he's going to blast Mesa. Yeah, I think Amaya's more of a power hitter than Mesa. Oh, I didn't see that section of seating before. That's part of the problem, though, with Home Run Derby is if I try to hit the ball too much down the line, I hit him foul. But then I miss some of the features of the stadium. See, like that. There it is, folks. Ruben Amaya. Did you skip ahead? No one commented for a bit on yesterday's. I did. It's funny because I actually skipped ahead to like right where I joined. Usually because they're facing off right-handed pitcher, normal swing, lefty batter compared to their... I'm right, though, right? Lefty hitters going Oppo looks prettier for some reason to me. Okay, who's got the next stadium? Where am I going? What do you mean, like, define smaller? Like, Sewell, you're lucky you're across the frickin' country right now. Should I go to the Sandlot after Hattie's or Stadium Row Complex? Which one? Look, I bet one of them is there. Which one? Which one's going to be up? In the vault. Everybody take your guess. Which stadium is going to be... Okay, so like Pittsburgh or like a minor league? Costco. Sewell says Costco is going to be up. I'm going to do it. Let's do it, Dad Bob. I'm on it. That's next. Hogwarts, there was two different ones. There was one in the original and then there's one in 22 that you saw every frickin' time you went to load. Who else? Person who gets it right gets a gold star. Here we go. Anybody want to take a guess which stadium shows up? It's a Stadium Row Complex, Frankie. You think that one's going to be there? Here we go. On the first page, it's Costco and the Sandlot. Sewell is our winner, folks. No Stadium Row Complex. Probably page 2. Nope, not there either. All right, search. I'm going to do useless. Probably just useless would be able to find it, right? Here we go. I just took a quick glance. All right, I'm not going to look at it. I want to see it in Home Run Derby. I don't know why I didn't hit square again. I've been looking forward to this one since I saw it submitted. I'll still record it, too. I don't know how many people are actually going to watch the lives. Just go back and watch the live streams if they missed it, but I never even got up to a dozen today. Oh. The wife's calling me. Probably got to wrap this up here soon, guys, and make dinner. What am I doing? I'll put it there. Okay, I saved it. Exit. Boom. I'm excited for this, Dad Bod. This is going to be fun. Your stadiums are all so good, so clean. I had 19 peak for my street stream, bro. 12 peak yesterday. Averages 12 to 9. Yeah, I've been around 8, 9. But again, I'm pretty early, too. I started at like 5 on the nose Eastern. I wanted to start at like 4, 4:30. Time flies when you're streaming, though, I'll tell you. It's kind of hard to do live streams. Maybe on the weekends I can do it more. On the weekends my wife's not working. Or the weekends that she is working. Okay, what am I doing? I don't even know how to see how many are watching. Stream Elements sends me analytics after. I have a whole screen right here, Sewell. It says 9 concurrent viewers, 1 chat rate, whatever that means, 85 views total. Average view duration is 12 minutes. Do you use your streaming software to look at this or YouTube? Because I'm on YouTube. If I'm on my streaming content, I can't see the chat. I mean, I know there's a way to do it, but I don't want to mess with it. Is that right there? I can't even tell. Is that the top of my green screen? Yep, it is. I changed the light bulb, so I'm talking like you guys watched me record yesterday. The video I recorded yesterday, the lighting was so bad. So, like, the green screen was, like, barely functioning at times. Ooh, Fendi, he's a good one. Who's another lefty I can get up there? Nick Kenny, there you go. We'll use 2 White Sox. To Useless Props Stadium. Yeah, is there a difference? I use Streamlabs OBS. Is that the same thing or is it different? I'm very excited for this, Dad Bod. I couldn't make up my mind how I wanted to do that canoe stadium. Like, I didn't know if I wanted it on water and have all these canoes surrounding it, or if I just had a big wall of canoes.
Welcome to the Home Run Derby. Shooters will go head-to-head in a winner-take-all matchup. Each contestant will have 3 minutes to hit as many home runs as possible. If a contestant hits 2 home runs 440 feet or further, they will earn an additional 30 seconds of bonus time.
OBS is simpler than Streamlabs OBS? I'm sorry, guys. Nick Kenny. They had a better... I want to say Lucas Duca? Does that sound right? 460. Ah, there's the canoes. Right in front of the buildings with... that are ripped apart and the dolls. It'd be funny is if you could knock the dolls over like a freaking shooting gallery. And then you got the murals and stuff. That's funny, Dad Bod. Excellent idea. I mean, some of those buildings, I'm not going to lie, are pretty nice. And I like the batter's eyes, although I don't know who saw or did not see. Oh, that was cool how the ball rolled up on that railing or whatever. And you got all the monsters. I can't really see a lot of the monsters, but yep, they're there. I was talking about how I liked some of the new batter's eyes because they're smaller, but the one that I liked the most, and I was going to use it for the new version of the ballpark at the Moonshot Casino, but it's hard to pick the ball up off it. I think it was the same one that I was going to use. Nick Kenny is hitting bombs all over the place, by the way, as I babble on. Get on the roof. Get on the roof. Yeah. I didn't realize how big some of those monsters are. I don't think I've ever hit in a home run derby with theirs monsters. Arch! Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the presence of stadium creator royalty here. I agree, Dad Bod. That was so frustrating to me. The fact that they played it off as 80 props when so many of them were basically duplicates. It just rubbed me the wrong way. I agree, Arch. In one stadium attempt, I think it ended up being Hollywood Hills and completely different. But I tried to put the stadiums together or put the buildings together to create one good, clean building. Here's Fendi. Here's another bases loaded guy. I don't remember what his stance looked like in bases loaded. The spotlight. I don't think I've ever seen the spotlight on a field. Who's next? I'm in my last batter. Who's got the next stadium for me? I am going to have to wrap it up here in about half hour, 40 minutes or so. Useless prop field and dinosaur bones. Yeah, let's make sure we have lettering in dinosaur bones before we have any other prop with numbers. Get on that balcony. Get in one of those balconies. Off that lady's face. Boom. Or maybe her neck. All right, I'll go do that, Sewell. I think Lake State's. Did you finish the one? That's the one you were working on last night, right? Street signs on the left. I haven't seen a street sign yet. Please tell me you included both no left turn and no right turn. If you have one, you have to have the other. Yeah, I lost my shit on that live stream the second time I looked at the props. I cringed a little bit rewatching it. Because I was trying to ham it up, I'm not going to lie. But at the same time, I think I went a little overboard. I was very tired because I stayed up late the night before and I got up early so I could get ready for work, and be able to jump on and catch that update. Try to get on live before. And I caught a little bit of it, I guess. The dinosaur bones. Whenever Phil has a rant, an angel gets his wings. Could that be a merch opportunity? A shirt that says Phil Rant, or a coffee mug that says Phil Rant? Excellent, Dad Bod. And I'm going to record this one again, though, because I feel like we couldn't see a lot of the props in Home Run Derby, so I'll record it and showcase it in the Stadium Extravaganza video. Now we're going to move on to Lakeside. This is the one you were working on last night, right, Sewell? We have had some Stadium creator royalty on here. Sewell and Arch and Murph. Dad Bod. Stadium creator. Remind me of the name of that stadium again. Lake something. Do you want me to, I was going to derby it. I can just see it, though. Ooh, I gave you guys a little longer Lake State Railway yards. I'll do a derby. I've been doing derbies. I'll do a derby. We'll go back to my guys. Sandman Dan. Now we have another member of the royalty club here. A little late to the slow. It's up. Dan, where are you in the world? Steve K is here. Phila, I will submit my newest stadium to your sheet for the future showcase. Place of the fans. Okay. Yes, please do, Arch. I did find myself losing some of the people who either hit me up on Facebook or in a Premiere chat or whatever. I did find myself losing some of those when I was trying to set up yesterday's record. But did I go too far? I went too far. There it is. I did record Three River Stadium yesterday for you. Man, I had one from just about everybody yesterday. That's the old Cincinnati one too. Three River is Pittsburgh. Cincinnati was Riverfront, maybe, I want to say. That was a piece of shit too. Oh my God. I was telling everyone, Arch, and you'll hear it when you see the premiere of that video, but you even make those shitty cookie cutter stadiums look good. You made that one too? All right, this is Lake State Railway. This was for the Michigan Wolves, right? Sewell was streaming it last night for... Oh, right into the Ricky Davis League restaurant there. Sewell streamed it yesterday, fixing the anomalies. Can you reach that second deck in a game? I'm not sure. Probably. It overhangs a little bit, right? Over the field level seating. I'm very happy with, as I hit a ball towards center field where some anomalies still work. I was very... Oh, look, it's got the Sewell. I need to make a Studio 44 field, don't I? If I ever put a wiffle ball field in my backyard again, I'll have to name it Studio 44 Field. Or Respect the Pick Field. When we play softball, if I ever play softball again, I'll probably name them Respect the Pick. I always run my own teams. I can't stand to be on someone else's team anymore after running a team for so many years. That Studio 44 looks so good up there. What is that? Is that one of the letterings? It looks different. Or did you make it somehow? Did you customize that? Yeah, you had to have, because there's no letters or no numbers. How did you do the writing? Studio 44 field needs to be just dinosaurs paddling canoes while wearing Yankee hats. Listen, I don't even mind the dinosaurs as much. It's those big giant freaking monsters. The stadium here is Gopper worthy, Sewell. It's an L and two eyes. Oh, okay. Nicely done. I have to steal that now. Because I hate having to spell out the word 44 because those letters are expensive. Oh, and he's got the lettering on the foul pole. DJ Jackson peppering balls all over the place here. DJ Jackson's a very flashy guy. He hits the ball, and he knows it's gone. He lets you know it. He ain't just going to drop his head and run around the bases. He's going to Ruben Sierra a little bit, dance around like Juan Soto does around third. What did Mothra ever do to you, Phil? Listen, I got no problem with Godzilla and Mothra. I just don't need them in my baseball stadiums. Especially when we don't even have the home run distances on home run fences yet. The fan zone out there. Yeah, so forgive me for not remembering exactly how it was before, but it sure looks amazing now. I found myself liking my stadiums a little bit better without the anomalies, to be honest. Said it before, I'll say it again. My main thing with the anomalies is that I love the fact that they kill those dead spaces. You can use them to kill those quirks that they don't let you. Hey, 13. I reached my peak for the night so far. How come the only animal we have that still exists is a cow? Where are the other farm animals? I'm surprised we don't have elephants and giraffes and shit. Right? Don't people want to create zoos? Don't Major League Baseball stadiums have zoos that they hit the balls into? You can do like a petting zoo where you have like goats and ducks and shit like that. That little concourse out there is beautiful. Is that a scoreboard all messed up back there? Do you see what I'm talking about right behind the home run fence in right center field? As Steve Stewart reaches the fans. Yeah, see, I mean, I think that looks better, Sewell. I remember with the anomalies. I think that looks better than the anomalies. Get over that fence. African Safari pack out July. And one of the props will be a pith helmet that you can't even see. It's so small. Dude, left field now looks just as amazing as right. Yeah, I like it better without the anomalies, I think. Even with some of the dead space that you have because of the quirk. And it's good that some of these center field anomalies still work, because maybe we can still use the center field backdrop like I want to with some of those smaller batter's eyes. I said it early in the stream. I doubt I have all the same viewers, so I'll say it again. When you have those little batter's eyes, like that new one, it's nice because you can maybe build like this batter's eye, the Detroit one, or the Twins, or maybe now some of those newer ones that are bigger. You can build around the original batter's eyes with the anomaly and connect the anomalies to real props, and then it looks better. At least my opinion. Oh, shit. Did I take a timeout with him yet? Here we go. All right. He's got to hit 3 more in 30 seconds. I have faith in my boy. I've gone as far as to Google some people sometimes. Like, every once in a while, I'll just do a Facebook search for Steve Stewart and see what a real Steve Stewart looks like. I will die the day I meet a real Steve Stewart. There it is, 21, gonna win it. Current day analysts can only be statues. Learn the rules. Jason Moore, my bad. Yeah, it's way better. You should go into it after this and look at left field. Okay, I'll do that. I hope the anomalies don't get patched again. I do like they stay out in center field, but not sure what's going to stay. Unless some Easter egg. Oh, okay. I'll look for the Easter eggs. I agree, Arch. I'm over the fact that we can't have them. I'm good. I'll miss being able to kill the dead space, but would I prefer to keep them? Yes. Anomaly free is not for me. But I'm over the fact that we can't have them. It's like I said earlier, the fact that the update was so bad, and the one thing that was actually wrong with Stadium Creator is the one thing they fixed is what got me. All right. Is that my first shirt, Sewell? Slogan? There's a slogan. Yeah, you said it right there. Anomaly free is not for me. Coming to the Studio 44 merch store. I know most here don't play Diamond Dynasty, but there's news props they haven't given us yet in mini season mode stadiums. Colored lights, strings, more batter's eyes, etc. Wait, what? How do you get those? That's going to be my first shirt. That I've got it, Sewell. I've been looking for things to sell. I've been in touch with Dodger Blue 55 because he does a bunch of logos. He's gonna redo my Studio 44 main logo because I wanted to put that on some stuff and see if it would sell, but I'm worried because the stadium is almost exactly a replica of Yankee Stadium, and I don't want anybody to give me guff about it. So I wanted to, make the stadium a little bit more generic. So I told Dodger Blue 55 to have at it, go nuts. Normally, I would just have my dad do it for me because that's what he did as a career. He created logos for people. He did Flutie Flakes cereal. I don't know if you guys remember Doug Flutie for the Bills after Jim Kelly retired. But yeah, he did that, and he did a bunch for Xerox and Kodak and all those Rochester. If the prop don't fit, you must have quit. I like it, though. That's my first merch item that's going to be for sale. Mugs. I hope I can do mouse pads. I feel like mouse pads would sell because they're cheap. People say, oh, I'll get a little Studio 44 mouse pad, help Phil get a new desktop computer, because I really need one. Did I show you? Look at this thing. This little laptop is what I'm using for my streaming. Let me switch my view so I can see it. Here we go. This tiny little thing. Bless my wife for buying it for me when I told her I wanted to do this. She's the one with all the money in the family. She's a nurse, so. But yeah, see that little Samsung Book 3 is the computer I'm using to record all this stuff. Now my green screen's going to be gone. I'm going to move my camera, tilt it down a little bit. All right. Well, this has been fun. I'll definitely get on again. I'll stick to the home run derbies or maybe live streams. I'll save the games for on my own time, and then I'll just save the highlights and edit them together because I think that'll be better for pacing. I mean, I guess if it's late on a Saturday and I'm bored, people will probably jump in here and there, but all right. I'm not going to get it perfect. I only got a few minutes left anyway, so we'll just go with that for now. But right now I'm in a temporary situation in case you missed it earlier. I keep acting like you guys have seen the video I recorded last night. The one I recorded last night was terrible. So it made me want to maybe rearrange where I am in this room. I'm on the other side of the screen because the TV's over here now instead of, over there where it was upstairs. Let me switch back to my comments so I can see you guys make fun of me. Let's see, Archmage Jets, Nathan Brown, it's cool to see some of them. Which ones? Just hope at some point we get some more. I'm really worried. Someone said it, and it makes a lot of sense. I mean, how much longer does the PlayStation 5 have to live? You got to be thinking they're upgrading soon, right? How long does each thing live? I know they're already talking about Switch 2. So, oh shit. You know what, guys? You got to forgive me for 2 seconds. I have to give my dog his insulin. I'll be right back. Charlie, come here, buddy. You want some chicken? Dad forgot to give you your insulin. What a terrible pet owner. Come here, buddy. Charlie. Are you outside? Oh, there you are. Come here. Daddy's got to give you insulin. You're supposed to have this within an hour of when you ate. All right. Sorry, fellas. Was anybody here when I fed him? Was that less than an hour ago, I hope? Mark's Bistro. Okay. Mark will appreciate that. I was a little worried because Mark's home stadium had anomalies. We should check that out. Let's do that next. Look at this. Putting the ballpark eats right inside there. Fantastic. I love this, Murph. Or Sewell. I saw this yesterday. I'm like, what the hell? Oh, there's turn only. All right. You told me you were going to do that. Excellent. Are those the Easter eggs, or is there still more? Next console will be here by the end of the decade. Wow, you think that late? Oh, Murph's back. This whole... Now, what is this? Because I saw this in the Home Run Derby, and it looked... Okay, it was the back of it. Like there was like a discoloration. Like I think the 22 version of the game, those laser ribbons sometimes had a weird like barcode looking thing on them. That's it. The signs, super fun. The left turn only. Come on. I am definitely going to steal this. Brilliant, Sewell. You could do the same thing with the blue. Because I was trying to find ways to make 4s. I was going to use Ys. But I guess if you do that L in the blue, you can use that to make numbers. This is fantastic. Where am I going to next, fellas? What's the next home run derby? I like this bleacher section that comes down to. Excellent. You got the team store in here. Have you guys ever gone in here? Sometimes I find myself doing that. Cap. I don't know if I want a cap that says cap on it. Or a jersey that says jersey on it. These guys can't make up their mind. Don't get the green one. Green is terrible. All right. I'm stuck. What the hell's happening? I made it outside of the stadium somehow. What did the foul pole say? I didn't really get a good look at it. Am I making anybody dizzy yet? Wolves baseball. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I love it. Anyone else having trouble with the new batter's eyes? The brick one with the white deck is anomaly in center field is disappearing on me. I haven't made him enough yet. I was saying during one of my games, I played a game in... Whose stadium was it? Was it yours, Jason? With that new batter's eye, it's hard to pick up the ball. Let me bring this out. That way we can see it better. This one. It looked like this. It looks kind of fancy and new, but in the game it looked old. And it was really hard to pick up the ball off this one. And I was surprised because it's gray. Maybe they needed to make it darker. But I'm anxious to hear if anyone else had that problem. It was really tough. Arch, come on, buddy. I know this is you. This batter's eye has your name written all over it. And I was anxious to use this one potentially as an anomaly. So I'm hoping that'll still work. Because the one I'm using in the new Future of the Ballpark, the Moonshot Casino, that one still stayed, and I'm very excited about that. And where's the other big one? This guy. If you can still use this as an anomaly, it'll be fun to build off, those balconies, I think. But yeah, this one, it was hard to pick the ball up. I mean, I got it and I was hitting, but... All right, and I ruined that stadium, so I'm just going to exit without saving it. Okay, where are we going next? We can get another home run derby in here. First one who says it gets it. Yeah, Arch, because that has like an old school vibe to me, I think. The anomalies that stayed in some of my stadiums out in center field, I am leaving it for now. How about Kauffman Stadium 25? You got it, T. Snizzle. Kauffman Stadium 25. T. Snizzle, I've done a stadium from you, haven't I? I've showcased a couple of years, maybe. Good. Yes. Okay. Yes, because you're. I remember your name gave me it gave me the dad bod joke. Why does Snoop Dogg carry an umbrella? For drizzle. Yes, Kauffman Stadium is another one that needs to be redone. As beautiful of a ballpark as it is with those fountains, it's time. Let's just get rid of some of these old pieces of shit. I think even in my new video that you guys haven't even seen yet, I mentioned getting rid of Fenway Park. But don't do it until I've been there. See, I don't get gaming kitchen does amazing stadiums, but I never got the lure of remaking a park that already. Ooh, that looks nice already. Just looking at it. I could see making like a retro version of a current park, or maybe a possible future version of a park, but just to remake one for the Sewell, let's do it, man. Let's find a way. I got to see some of those stadiums before, they're gone or I'm gone. I had tickets to Wrigley. We were going to see the Yankees play 3 games against Chicago White Sox. And then we were going to see, I think maybe 2 days later, the Dodgers were in town when the Dodgers still had Manny Machado. We were going to see them play the Cubs in Wrigley. But that was in the year 2020. So, yeah, that didn't happen. All right, I got it saved. Home Run Derby. Playoff line. 2 players. Astros. Do I have anybody good on the Astros? Eric Borowski. I feel like his power number should be better. Porfy. Let's try Porfy, because I think I have a different stance for him than I normally use. I don't know if he's going to hit righty or lefty, though. That's the problem. I would assume righty, because that's his more powerful. So let me find a lefty. I guess we'll just do... I don't want to do Ruben again, because his crappy swing. Let's do Damian Bell. No. Percy. There we go. Well, no, because he's another switch hitter. Chris Morales. There we go. I'll be doing the very first version of Fenway for ATG soon. Okay, Arch, I'm going to take this opportunity. Explain to me more about ATG, please. My girlfriend and I talk about doing a trip and seeing Boston and New York, and I said I wanted to hit you up if we did. Well, here's the bad news, Sewell. I'm about a 5-hour drive from New York City, but if you do, I'll try to find a way to make it happen, because it's probably the closest where we're going to come. My wife and I do want to get out west too, because it is our goal to see every single stadium that, eventually. But I think the West Coast is far off because the plane tickets and the hotels and all that stuff. So far, we've basically been to places that we can drive. All right, where's Kauffman Stadium 2025? Here we go. I made a Fenway Park called Modern Fenway. It's a little different. Oh, absolutely, Sandman Dan. I think it's just time. I couldn't imagine. I mean, we went to Camden Yards in 2013, and we're sitting, like a couple rows behind the dugout, and we were cramped. I can't imagine what Fenway Park is like. And there's a guy on TikTok who does videos like that, who kind of makes fun of stadiums that are crappy. And there's like seats like literally right behind beams. Right into the water fountain. Right off the bat. I like all these different concourses with steps and everything you got going on here. Get over that wall. Ugh. Can you guys even see? Oh, there I am. Okay. Again, I apologize for the camera setup, guys. Wait till you see the video I made last night. There's times where like barely could tell there's a green screen behind me. I mean, you know what I mean. Yeah, look at that big concourse. Kansas City's definitely in talks, right, with the new ownership. They want to get downtown. Arizona wants a new stadium. Anaheim needs a new stadium, but it's all in delay. Well, I guess the new stadiums aren't in delay because of Oakland and Tampa. It's the expansion that's delaying. If it's on my weekend, I'll fly like to Arizona, Denver, Seattle, closer areas. Let me see. If you make it to Cali, let you know. I have been there before. In 1994, I took a trip out there with my best friend. And when we went to Vegas, I went to L.A., but that's just the flight pattern. ATG remakes old stadiums and rosters that SDS won't put in the game. They're the best legend roster creators in this game. Shit, I wish I would have known that ahead of time. I could use them for the Ricky Davis All-Stars. They brought me in to help build some of the classic stadiums after seeing, well, they found the right guy. Jason Moore, taking the tour of Fenway is cool too. You can see behind the scenes stuff in sections. Can you go behind the scoreboard in the Green Monster? I mean, as much as I hate the Red Sox and hate those old school stadiums, I got to see them before, you know? Like I told my wife when we booked the Chicago trip, I'm like, we can't go to Chicago without going to Wrigley Field. We just can't do it, even if the Yankees aren't playing there. I've been to 2 Major League caliber games that aren't Yankee games. We went to see the Mets play the Astros in 2000 in Shea Stadium because the 2 friends I went with were big Mets fans, and I just tagged along for the ride because I was that age. And then we went to a World Baseball Classic game in Toronto, USA versus Canada. That freaking place. Anybody ever been to Rogers Center before? That place gets loud. So when Canada scores against the U.S., man, was it loud. But that was one of the best games I've ever seen live. It was a very close game. Let me see. Sam and Dan, so if you come to New York, let me know. That's right, Sam and Dan. You live in New York, don't you? I'll definitely be in New York sometime soon. The next plan for New York for me, because we are Yankee fans, we want to go to Citi Field and see a Subway Series game. We've seen a Subway Series in Yankee Stadium, but we want to see Bo Tiger. We were just talking about the Red Sox. Go Sox, my ass. I think we got to go look at the scoreboard on one tour. I think we took the most. Been to Rogers Center tons. Arch, where are you from? I don't think I know where you're from. Oh, okay, so you're close. Oh, that's right. You did that version of Exhibition. Are you in Canada or are you in Buffalo? Oh no, 30 minutes. Buffalo's like an hour and a half from Rogers Centers, right? I've been to both Yankee Stadiums and Shea. I've never been to the other one. Frankie says he used to work in New York City. Awesome. I'm like 2.5 hours to LA and 4.5 hours to San Francisco. Not convenient. Frankie lives in Wisconsin now. Get up. Yep, we made your stadium in Wisconsin. DB55, do we know you, sir? No scoreboard, but you get to sit up there in the monster seats. JD Martinez hit several bombs at us in batting practice. Listen, I'm sorry. I have to bring it up again. I did it earlier in the stream, but I'm going to do it again because we're talking about tours. And I don't know how many of you were in my old the stream when I did it. But in 2008, I did a tour of Yankee Stadium to see it for the first, the last time before it got bulldozed or whatever. And they take you into Monument Park, and you go through that, and then they take you on the field where you would, go to the bullpen. And I dug down to tie my shoe, and when no one was looking, I grabbed a handful of dirt from the warning track. So I've got a little piece of Yankee Stadium right here in my house that I keep. It was on if you've ever watched Respect the Pick, it was on that shelves that I have behind me. Sorry, you guys are like talking amongst yourselves, and I feel like I'm interrupting. Mogo Pens is back. Pfizer! There we go. Oh, Mogo Pens, you're close. I'm in Rochester. We do Niagara Falls all the time. Jason Moore, I fell over the wall behind first base. Ha! I can't do it this year, Sam and Dan. We got to save. Our in-laws are taking us on another cruise in 26. Actually, I don't think it's going to be a cruise. I think we canceled our cruise in February that we were going to take, and we're turning it into a Europe trip. So we got to save up for that. So no Yankee games this year. We were thinking about going down to Washington, D.C. to see the Yankees play the Nats in one game, but I don't know if that's going to happen. No one is near you. Nope. DB55. Have we done a stadium from you? Your YouTube ID doesn't ring a bell. All right, where am I going? Oh no, I'm in the middle of a game, aren't I? I'm sorry. Where are we going after Kauffman Stadium, fellas? I'm sorry, I'm getting in your chat about the stadiums. It's so fun. Like I think I recorded it. No, I did it on a live stream, and I mentioned when I got my 500th subscriber. It's so amazing that this freaking bond that we've all kind of created through the stadium creator mode. And I thought I was the only one this obsessed with baseball stadiums, where they care about it this much. But to think that there's this huge community for it is so fun. Growing up, I never liked the things that everybody else did. My town, my little dinky rinky dink town was all soccer players and track. No one played baseball. We always had the worst baseball teams. I like different kind of music from everybody. Everyone else wants to go out and play soccer, and I want to play wiffle ball. So to find people that are interested in the stuff I'm interested in it's amazing. I look forward to hearing from you guys. I look forward to your comments, finding stadiums from you. Porfy, all right, okay. I like the stance for Porfy. Porfiria Betamy is the switch-hitting power hitter, first baseman. Not super powerful, but it's kind of what he's known for. And he's a very, very good defender at first base. Probably one of the better ones in the league as he goes. He rolls into the water. What? What's so funny, Arch? Mogul Pens, I'm having a very hard time turning into them this year. They're not very good at all. I'm still waiting for this great movie that Vladimir Guerrero is supposed to put out. He said the 1 year. He said the 1 year was. There goes my dog. Wife must be home. Vladimir said the 1 year was supposed to be the trailer to the movie. I'm still waiting for this great movie. All right, Charlie, it's just your mother. I'm sure you guys can hear my dog. He's all talk. Porfy's putting on a show. Calm your ass down, dog. The wonders of moving the studio downstairs. I didn't mean to get all mushy, guys, but it really is amazing to me. Like Sewell just said, 25 subscribers was a dream. Like I think about this time last year, I was finding my own stadiums. Every once in a while, Frankie would bust out a post, a comment on my videos. And then finally, Busy Blake requested a stadium to be shown. And I'm like, yay, someone wants to. It's like Little Shop of Horrors when they put Audrey 2 on the thing. And then after that, everybody starts, buying, and coming in and wanting to know about the plant and stuff. It's like once Busy Blake made that first request, it kind of took off from there. All right, I think I'm going to finish up this home run derby, fellas, and call it a night. I might cut on maybe Saturday. My wife's working all weekend, so it might be a better time to get on again. In the meantime, though, I'll probably record another Stadium Extravaganza video, edit the one that I did record, and maybe I may do a franchise, a reintroduction to the franchises, because I've had a lot of people ask me again what teams need stadiums for the RDL and if they can still submit a stadium and stuff like that. So I definitely I want to record a quicker one where I'm not babbling as much, but you guys know me. I'll end up babbling. What happened? Oh, I'm a tiebreaker. Okay. I totally lost track of what I'm doing in this home run derby. I like the stance for Porfy. I'm going to keep this. I might go after him for my first baseman. He's handy to have. Good guy who can hit down at the lineup, who can run bottom of the order, who can run into one every once in a while. But this stadium's very nice. I apologize. I forgot. Oh, T-Snizzle, right? T-Snizzle 29. I really like it. I wish I had a right-handed guy. I think I ended up with two righties or lefties, right? Yeah. All right, I think I'm going to call it there, fellas. Thank you so much for watching. Ooh, 16. We got up to 16. Nice. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I think going the home run derby route is better than live games, but who knows? Maybe once I've played it a little bit more and get into it, I'll hit better, and it'll be a little bit more entertaining. But also starting later, I think, will help too. Oh, it's Dr. Blue. Okay, duh. DB55. I was just talking about you. How you're doing? You're going to take a look at that logo for me, right? So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Be on the lookout for those new Stadium Extravaganza videos. Keep sending the stadiums if you want a stadium shown. Jason, thank you for watching like the whole time, man. You're my dude. Thank you, sir. And yeah, look out for those videos, and I'll catch y'all very soon. Good night. What's the matter?